Saint Center, what's up? Y'all hell of a show today. Shout out to KKC dropping the info that he dropped. He sent me the email that he received from Wilmington, Delaware. Make Exchange finally came out, said something about that fake check from Marianne. Got a lot to talk about today. Nick, well, what's up? Trey's supposed to be up here. I'm waiting for him to come. He's supposed to be coming up here. There you go. Oh shit. You rocking the Titans. I emailed you the first video and the email that KK sent me about Umar. Enterprise Entertainment, what's up? Love Reach, what's up? If you're saying something, I can't hear you. You got your mic off. Nah, Trip C's ain't gonna be here today. She had a party to go to.
No, I'm talking to myself. I could have sworn I just had the video up, but I guess it was through my email. I don't know, something weird's going on, but she'll pop up in
Yeah, I think
history. What the hell? Hold on, refresh. Oh, I just pulled the damn thing up. But it was in my email instead. I thought if I played it from my email, it would be in my history. But I don't see it. Okay, hold on. Close that. Oh, well, fuck it. I guess I can share it from the damn email. That's weird. I didn't know you could do that. It's ready. You just gotta let it up.
All right, so this first video we gonna watch is Make a Change. He finally broke his silence on the second fake check. It's not too long of a video. Yo, did you see Dr. NeNe's videos for Marianne? The shorts?
I don't know who that is.
I'm about to tell you what it is, George. This George is hilarious.
He taught the lies about the fake check was done. Marianne Lorient presented another check. Marianne Lorient uploaded a new video apologizing to her audience and showing a different check. She said that this is the check that should have been circulated on YouTube.
I also want to publicly apologize for the choices that I made at a time when I should have.
How you gonna apologize for lying and still keep on lying?
Fall back and do what was right. I exercised poor judgment. I sincerely apologize for that. I should have let my integrity kicked in. I should have let my better judgment, my faith kicked in. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. I can't unwind Father Time's hand. I can't undo what's already been done.
Oh my gosh,
but I can reassure you, moving forward, what took place will never happen again. You guys have trusted me. You guys have tuned in and looked at me. You guys have been entertained by me. You guys have formed a bond with me, and I had a connection with my channel member. When I made those t-shirts, it was mind-boggling the response that I got from each and every one of you. And I am sincerely,
That's not a real word.
remorseful what took place.
Yeah.
That check that circulated on YouTube, I should have stepped in and did the right thing at the time when I had the opportunity to. I didn't. This is the check that should have circulated on YouTube. But unfortunately, that isn't the check that circulated on YouTube.
Interesting, because this check is for the same amount as the fake check. And what's the point of blocking out the date? So this is supposed.
Both of them motherfucking chicks was fake in the first place. Neither one of them should have circulated. The first one or that one.
Right. Even if you would have circulated that first check, we would have had the same reaction, lady. The same reaction.
We probably would have let this one slide through the cracks if this been the first one, simply because it don't say this is not a real check. We probably would have let this one slide through.
I don't know, because it was handwritten. That would have threw me off from the very beginning. The fact that it was handwritten.
And it's supposed to be a cashier's check.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense. It didn't make no sense
to be the
me. Now, go
real
ahead.
check, the one that was deposited and cleared. After a check is deposited, if you logged into your bank account and printed out a copy, or had the bank print you a copy, it wouldn't look like that. The printout would typically have the front and the back of the check on one sheet. If you ever had a deposited check printed out, you know what I mean. If not, here's a perfect example. Here's another example. Also, when the check is deposited at the bank and scanned into their system, there is some degradation in the image quality. The edges of the text is no longer smooth or sharp. This occurs because when the check is deposited, there is a color conversion process that takes place through software that removes the color to boost the contrast, which allows the automated system to read handwritten numbers and text with greater accuracy. It creates what's...
Don't it sound like he into cybersecurity or something?
I mean, this motherfucker be on point when it comes to this shit. I don't know how he be knowing all this. He got to be.
He broke that shit down. Well, simple Google search to help you figure it out. But yeah, he definitely broke it down like as if he's been in the banking system, and he explained the shit out of it. Cybersecurity.
Called a bitonal image. Any pixel below a certain brightness is converted to pure black, and any pixel above a certain brightness is converted to pure white. Here is another example of the process. There is no shading. Each pixel is either 100% black or 100% white. Now, with some banks, if you deposit a check via their mobile app, the image of the check that's customer facing, meaning if you log into your account and pull up a copy of the check, you will see the check in its original state. You will see a color copy. But that's not even applicable in this situation because Marianne said she deposited the check at the bank. So what's the deal with the check? Is it fake? When you look at this new check Marianne presented and compare it to a check that has been deposited and gone through the process we just discussed, there are some distinct differences. The degradation in the image quality is not present. The edges of the text is still smooth and sharp. Also, we don't see the pure black. If we look at the handwritten text, we see shading. This is more consistent with a document that has been created with a copier or a scanner. While some scanners and copiers have a bit tonal option, it's not a default setting. Also, this setting is not commonly utilized for daily copies and scans. So is the check real in the sense that it was taken out of a checkbook, most likely her own checkbook, which is why she blocked out the name. And that's where it stops. This check has nothing to do with Umar Johnson. I believe she took one of her own checks, wrote that amount on it, made a copy, and tried to present it as the check that was cashed. This is crazy. This is going to be my last video on this check issue. Also, and my advice to Marianne is to just let the check thing go. Everyone knows what's up, and so do you. At this point, there is no need to continue the lies.
I said the same thing. I think the reason why she stalls so much is so she can open an account at Dollar Bank and get herself a checkbook so she can write the shit out herself. That's what I think she did. But Type in Dr. NeNe on YouTube. This shit is funny as hell. And go to her shorts. She did a bunch of shorts on Marianne. Them shits is funny as hell. Well, there we go. Well, that's the letter that KKC, the email that KKC got from the city of Wilmington. Apparently, Umar was facing criminal charges. Oh, your mic ain't on.
The Dr. NeNe I see is a white guy. You just text me her link.
All right, all
I don't know who this white man is with 504,000 subscribers, but I know it's not her.
right. Yeah, hold on, I got it.
Oh, why the fuck it won't let me? Oh, I just can't see what y'all see because I'm on a different screen. Okay. Or can I? Nope, I can't. I ain't gonna be able to see what y'all see. I just have to scroll up and down.
Yeah, I wanted to do this one second because I want to have an open panel with that. See how everybody feel about that. Yeah, sent you the link. Them folks, Francisca, Diva, Niqua, Jessica, uh, Taryn, peace and welcome. Mr. Judge, what's up? L'Oreal, what's up?
Okay, let's see.
Edward, what's up?
History. Why is this white guy still on my home screen?
I hope Dr. NeNe
I'm a
ain't like.
drinker, I'm a drinker,
Oh shit, I forgot when I leave that screen, it won't play anymore.
I'm a drinker, I'm a drinker. I'm a drinker,
Forward to the shorts.
Sometimes.
Next one.
Short, hold on.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm a drinker,
Okay, where do we start?
The one that look like Marianne.
You can lie to friends and
Next one.
neighbors. You can lie to all the news.
The word today is winery.
Okay, Mary Ann got on the bling. Okay.
You can lie to friends and neighbors.
Why is the other one
You
still
can lie
playing?
to all the news.
No, you gotta click to play on that one.
But the hardest lie to
It won't
man
stop.
is the one you start to
What the
believe too.
fuck? It won't stop. As refresh.
You can lie to friends.
Okay, Mr. Fox. We're done with you. All right, let's see if this one works.
You can
Okay, this is what the hell? Why won't it just let me run
Something
through
going on with your
the
computer.
Okay, here we go.
Just start with the ones that look like her.
The word today is winery. Winery. I am building a winery in my downstairs basement.
Diabolic.
The word
I'm a drinker,
We saw that.
The word today is degrade. Degrade.
Oh
Degrade.
yeah, somebody.
How dare you?
I'm glad somebody else noticed she was saying degrade instead of degrade her father. I'm glad
Yeah,
somebody else caught it.
everybody
Degrade
been
my
catching
father
on. Shit.
memory. Hey, stop. The word today is
I'm a gangsta,
Not long, Sean.
I'm a gangsta, I'm a
Well, I can see
gangsta,
you.
keep my name out of your mouth. I'm a gangsta,
Was it?
I'm a producer. I'm a producer. I'm a producer. I'm a producer. I'm a
Warm, loving bear. And when that bear turned dark, it makes you cringe like, oh my God, Lasso! Warm, loving bear. She was terminated. She had been working there for 9 years. 9 years she had been
Is
working
Devin black
there.
or white?
I don't know.
She was terminated. She has 4 children, ages 11, 9, 6, and 4. 3 girls, 1 boy. The little boy is 4 years old. She has
the word today is powerful. 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 Powerful.
That one had me dying.
Powerful. Powerful.
Powerful, son.
The word of the day is Comaldary.
Comaldary. Comaldary. Hi,
That one
my
make me
name is
upset.
Leonard.
The word of the day is Comaldary.
Comaldary. Comaldary.
We have Comaldary. The word
Hi,
Yeah, she told
my
me
name
what
is
it was.
Leonard Lotso the Bear. I can be your friend and your enemy at
I'll
the
leave that
same
one for that one
time.
bottle.
Come give me a hug.
No, this was supposed to be Leonard.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because that's what Mary Ann compared him
The
to.
word today is doulurgent.
Wow.
Doulurgent.
Oh
It was
my God.
doulurgent to call that woman's place of business. Oh my goodness, that's too funny.
fake check. Fake check. Fake
How the fuck
check.
y'all be doing this shit?
Fake check. Fake check. Fake check.
This is
Boot to
diabolical.
the ground.
That's my favorite one.
Boot to the ground. Boot to the ground. Boot to the ground. Boot to the ground.
Save that one.
Stop sharing that one. And hold
That one was
on.
diabolical.
And let's see here. Back to this one. You don't have
I think I
to
did see the last one, Blanco.
you're gonna have to guide me through this one because I'm not gonna be able to see what y'all are. I ain't gonna be able to see what y'all are saying or what you own. So yeah, I can just move it up and down and things of that
Oh, we
nature.
hold on. We got to play KKC video there because I can't see these words. They little as shit. I'm on my phone.
Well, responsible party, Douglas, Frederick, and Garvey, RBG International Banking Property Address. It's just the bill number, reference number, the due dates, the money that was due. All waiver or appeal requests must be in writing. So he owed $12,000 in vacant property fees, because there is no comma there. Okay, with 30 days of the statement. So
There's two of them. So he owes 20,
well,
24
that's the
thousand.
beginning of the year. Well, yeah, that was on the first. I'm guessing he ain't paid it yet.
No, he ain't paid that yet. But he was facing criminal charges because of a fire that broke out, and he had to pay something off. He was gonna say that the I think on the next one.
Waiver
Oh,
instructions
the
in
violation right there.
the what year is this from? On the above date, the Department of License and Inspections performed inspections on the reference property. During inspections, violation of the Wilmington City Code. When the fuck was that? What's the date on that? I don't see a date. I see a certificate number. I see violation. I don't see a date.
No, I don't see it either. I'm trying to see.
What date was this done on? The Department of Licenses and the International Code violations described below must be repaired in a time period noted. Please be advised building permit may be required for certain repairs, additions, alterations, or replacements to the structure. Please contact the Department of Licenses and Inspection for further information on permitting requirements. Blah, blah, blah. When the repairs are complete, please contact the inspector to schedule an inspection. Once the department has confirmed that required repairs have been made, the matter may be closed. If you require additional time to complete the repairs, you may request its extension in writing from there. Inspector prior to the expiration of the time period, blah, blah, blah. Should you have any questions? So what is the fucking date? Okay, the date is 2020. The dates on 2020 description. This is general interior. As a result of violations listed below, the structure is deemed unsafe. The violations must be corrected within the time period noted, or the dwelling vacated. Require that the owner or operator shall let to any person for human habitation, and no person shall occupy any dwelling or dwelling until unit has been condemned and placated. Unsafe structure, responsibility of owner, repair, replace fire, smoke, and water damage, restore electric service, restore natural gas service, and all those were in 2020. Okay, so those are things he had to get done. Or as you said, he had some criminal summons may be issued.
Yeah, he had to pay all those violations before he could be
I
criminally
don't
charged.
think he would have went to jail or anything like that, because these slumlords and shit get away with the most, and they just be paying fines when they get.
I know. I don't think he would have even got arrested or anything, but they said he could have been criminally charged if he didn't pay it off. He wound up paying it off, but he still owes the 24,000 in vacant fees.
Written petition, administration filing fee of $50. Okay, well, I'm guessing once KKC concluded, he was up to date on everything.
Yeah, basically, he was up to date on everything except for those vacant fees.
Which, yeah, he'll probably I don't know. He gonna, well, actually, no, I do know. He's gonna wait till there's a big hubbub and fuss about him online and then pay him. That's what he
Yeah,
does.
yeah, he does that for support though, because if we fussing about it online, that lets his donors know that he need more money.
Well, people, if y'all want to stop the donor, stop fussing about it online then.
That's true. That is very, very true.
And it's not even just necessarily it gets him support, but as long as people are talking about it and saying he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, it brings attention to him, and people are gonna get interested. He gonna get new donors. He got his old donors, but then new people to be like, what's going on here? They said the school about to be sold, and then he pay it, and it looked like everybody just hating on him. That's the
Right.
crazy part about it. He's being irresponsible the whole way through, because there's no way you don't know how to pay bills. But to us, it looks irresponsible. But to this nigga, he doing it for social media so that he can say they betting against me and I keep winning.
Right. And that motivates his followers to keep believing
And
in
get
them and sending them way
get
more
some
money.
new
Yeah.
people and new interviews with people like, why they hating on you, Dr. Umar?
Facts. That's exactly what they do. Did
That's
you
why he was
see?
able to say the stupid shit like, show it then. I don't mind allegations, show it.
Right. Did you see NeNe last live stream? The fantastical lies of Dr.
I
Umar
don't
Johnson.
watch that woman unless I'm
I
reviewing
know.
her.
I was asking you if you saw it because I'm just now seeing the joint for it.
No, I don't watch her unless I'm reviewing her, and if she ain't talking about me, it ain't nothing to review really. I don't care about the new shit. Actually, I really don't. Except for the only reason I'm on the shit that I'm doing now is because that's an old nigga that walked away and he still ain't stopped talking shit 4 years later. So I just felt like laying into his bitch ass.
Okay. 'Cause I ain't really had nothing else after that. I want to just have an open discussion. See if I can find something else. Or we can watch what she talking about on that. Oh, didn't Blanco say she wanted to do a read on her or something like that today?
A read? Oh, the lady.
A
Oh
tarot,
yeah, she
tarot
did say
card
she
read.
was gonna do.
Yeah, she said she wanted to do a tarot card read.
You know what? It took me about 15 minutes to realize that she was actually on the panel. I thought y'all was screen sharing something.
No, she was on the panel. I think she in the chat too. Blanco, you still want to come up and do that?
I'm supposed to be. Fuck still night. I'm sleepy. Who likes to pay late fees? Him
Man,
for
24,000 is a lot.
him for the social media impact.
24,000 is a lot.
But
Blanco,
we
I just put
know
the link in the chat if you want to come up and do the reading on NeNe.
damn well ain't nobody finna send him $12,000 though. Ain't nobody sending him $40,000 when he say I need some money for the school. He may be getting a couple thousand, so he's still coming out of pocket with some chunks of money.
Shit, Marianne probably will.
Man, them days of niggas getting him 10,000, he ain't speaking is over. I see he on Art of Dialogue, and then we get paid for those interviews. Because they need him for the views. Breakfast Club is a freebie.
Oh well, while we waiting for her, let's watch some of that NeNe video. See what she's talking about. It looked like she's going over his old videos and talking shit.
I don't know how the fuck do I get out of here? This man gonna make me watch this lady. You was a dirty motherfucker, dog.
Got
You was
that
a dirty
right there.
motherfucker. Dirty man, you dirty man. Oh. I gotta type her in. I'm not even subscribed. I took my 2 subscribers back from her. That's for her. Let's go down her damn. Oh, okay. Oh no, she still ain't saying nothing crazy on her community posts 20 hours ago. That same bullshit. I hope she's somewhere taking her medicine. That's what I hope. All this lady finna do is get on her and be scorned about Umar. she is like, this nigga is never going to be able to do anything right. Hold
That's
on.
the whole point.
That's why she's invalid. She's the wrong messenger. Hold on, share. She is the wrong messenger. Well, I guess I don't know why I did that.
We want to hear some new details. We know she always coming up with some new details.
I think this is just I think she's just reviewing the Breakfast Club shit or wherever the fuck he was at last.
The part that I just like clicked on when I clicked on it, she was reviewing one of his like old videos or something like that. Yeah, she definitely is. She's using
Having a
Linux
great day. I'm
format.
having a great day. Don't watch this. I hope everybody is having a great day. I'm having a great day. It just got better. It just got a lot better. Oh, what have I been up to?
Oh yeah, wait. Let me just since we doing this anyway, let me just point out. Umar still ain't locked up, miss. I got a Fed case on him. I'm gonna come out and say that shit every day just because you told everybody you got a Fed case on him, and I want to throw it in your face that nigga still ain't locked up yet because you ain't gonna get this nigga locked up. You can't.
Right.
So yeah, he
That's what it
ain't
looks like to
locked up.
me.
In fact, this nigga is moving around the country. Doing
Jealous.
interviews. Still ain't been served by the people yet. His family didn't know it was gonna be an art of dialogue. I'm sure he put it on his IG. But whatever.
Yeah, you don't get that neither. If they can't catch him, that's what they said. That's why they can't get him back in the court because he keeps moving around and it's hard to catch him and serve him.
And you
But he
believe
let you
that,
know where
sir?
he's gonna be. Huh?
Exactly.
At first I
That's
did
exactly. He
because
always
you got to
tells you
think
where
about
he
it. You
gonna
know,
be.
they
He
they
be
they do
there.
but they do interviews in different locations. So who knows where the
Man,
location is going to be?
it don't mean nothing. It's not hard to fly. He got the name of the place he gonna be at or the city. Okay. Umar, if you're a process server, you have any wits about yourself, Umar Johnson. It's a simple search to where you know the city, find out what type of you already know what type places he speak at anyway. It's not hard. You go on social media, Umar Johnson, whatever city he done posted, you'll find where he's
Yeah.
speaking at.
To be honest with you, I don't be thinking he be doing as many speaking engagements as he claimed because look at all the ones that they had from back in the day. Look at all the film that they got. And then all of a sudden, you don't see no more films of him speaking nowhere. It's just interviews.
Mm. I don't know, G. I don't know. But he still is like I don't buy they can't serve him in story because if nothing else, when a nigga go live from FDMG, all they gotta do is pop up. Hell, he was at the Breakfast Club the other day. They could have popped up.
Yeah, you definitely could have popped up on him on that one.
He speak in
You
Jersey
could.
all the time. They could have popped up at that one. I don't know where that old where the old nigga there's a WRUD. I don't know where his station is, but they could have pulled up there. It got to be somewhere local.
True.
I've been up
You
to
can
a
go ahead and
lot.
play it.
Hey, Funk Soldier.
So you mean to tell me NeNe can get cameras outside of Umar's house when
But
CPS
they
or
can't.
APS show up, but
But
they
they
can't
can't
get him
summon.
served? She could get a
I
camera
didn't
crew
think
out
about it
there
that
that
way.
could be there
As
waiting
soon
for APS to show up to see if
as
the
soon as you
door
said
gonna
that,
be
I knew what
open.
you was gonna say. As soon as
You
you
said
said that, I
what?
knew what you was gonna say. That do make sense. She got surveillance on this nigga, but they
They
can't find
can't
him.
get him. They don't know when this nigga is in and out the house and out. Whoever these process servers is, need they ass whooped and they licenses and privileges revoked.
Maybe the FBI gave Lene the surveillance stuff to plant on his porch.
But that just goes to show how crazy and stalkerish she is, though. Because again, this man ain't talked to her or seen her since he didn't talk to her, but he ain't seen her since March. Why she got camera crews outside this nigga house?
And the
For
thing
what
about it though,
purpose?
if
You
the FBI
stalker.
had if the FBI had given her anything for him to be surveyed, she's not getting access to it. It's
The
for them to
FBI would have
watch.
did it. They would have did it themselves. What's she gonna go? She can't get. She don't have access to him anymore. What the fuck she gonna do? She can't bug him or shit. She ain't got access. She dropped his mama, bruh. She wasn't getting back in the house no more. She barely got an emoji and a good Garvey day.
Right. Now I'm talking about with who knows when she planted it. She never said when she planted it. I'm not saying I believe her. I'm just saying who knows when she planted it. She never gave us a specific time when
She
she
planted it when
planted it.
Mira Ann planted that chick.
Can y'all hear me? They said we muted. Hold on.
We ain't
I
muted.
think yeah, I was gonna say I think that might be your phone, Jaded.
Yeah, I close the app and come back in and get stuck sometimes.
Hey, get a clue. Come on in, come on in. I'm getting myself set up here. I wanted to go ahead and start the show because I figured I could multitask here.
No, we
Y'all.
ain't muted.
So I don't pay attention to drama, but I get clips of things that are sent to me. No one sent.
I keep responding to this stupid ass shit, and I hate when people say that. That is an excuse for you to be messy and excuse you saying what you don't do. Can't nobody
Right.
send me no clip of some shit that I've let if I'm telling people I don't watch it and they send me a clip, the first thing is you heard me say I don't watch this shit, right? Yeah. So
Right.
why the fuck are you sending it to me? Well, I thought if I wanted to know what this motherfucker was doing, I would be over there watching.
I just say the same thing about Hassan Campbell. He always made that excuse. Oh, people sent me this and people sent me. Ain't nobody send you shit, nigga. You wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, he was
Did the
watching.
same thing with her. He claimed he always did the same thing. He said the same exact shit. He'd be like, "Oh, I don't watch these niggas. People send me this stuff." Yeah, right.
Sent to me.
Them folks sent you a long motherfucking clip because you knew everything that happened. How long was the clip they sent you? Was it extended?
Right.
Anything about an old address, 2015. I came back from Chicago and stayed.
Oh shit, she is addressing Mind Chaos Brew in the addresses again. Why would you acknowledge this if you
I don't
want
know.
people to think that they're not yours? Why in the fuck would you acknowledge it? Oh, that's from 2015. Okay. Well, public records ain't updated that shit. You right, it could be from 2015, but if it's not where you currently stay, you would laugh and move the fuck on. Why are you defending
Right.
it?
Well, I remember the last time she said something about her doxing him. She was like, "That's the wrong address. Some white folks or something live in there. Y'all putting them in danger." Blah
Well,
blah
she
blah.
said
I'm
she
like,
don't know who stayed there on her community post.
well, she said, I remember her saying, well, I think on my panel, she was like, some white folks stay there or something. There's a family there. I
So
think she
she
said
done
it was
told
local. I
so she
could be
done
wrong.
told two different stories because she on her community post, she literally has one saying they put up the wrong post and can somebody send me the tab stamp because doxing a federal employee. But if you don't stay there, if you stayed there in 2015 and it's 2026 and a nigga put it up, how are you being doxxed? That is not your current address. So that's not doxing you at all.
Right.
But she thinks that, Oh, could they put it up? Somebody, I'm gonna get in contact with whoever stay there so they could get y'all in trouble, even though we didn't say no street name, no address, or nothing.
Right. Plus,
You
he's
don't
not a
even know which
federal
one is the Kansas
employee no
City
more.
side and which one the Missouri sides. We don't know which side is the Kansas. We ain't even break that down. But that's
Apparently,
fast.
and
Go ahead.
apparently, she's not an employee uh, at the IRS anymore.
Well, she told y'all she went to a new federal job, a new federal job, but you can't find her working no federal job.
I don't remember that.
She told y'all she was just a clerk at the IRS, so wherever she went to is some entry level ass shit, so she would be able to be found. Just like we was able to be found that she worked from 2019 to 2023. We were able to find that.
But
At the address, and it was shared. Y'all doxing people? Y'all doxing addresses out here? Come on now.
No, we showed a house. That's not an address. You, ma'am, didn't you show pictures of the outside of Umar house? We doxing, you doxing people now? You doxing Umar mama?
exactly.
The same
I
thing
definitely,
that
she
you
definitely showed me
did
that.
to Umar's mom first, somebody did to you, and that is wrong. This shit is ridiculous.
Did she swear everybody's doxing her? Like first she said it was his Harold McQueen's, then she tried to say it was chaos. Everybody just want to dox Lene, right? You go ahead, play it.
Now I did watch it live, and everyone was like, "How is she? How is she? I don't know. She doesn't work for the government, or she trying to figure out where I work, how much." Hey, yeah. I did the show this morning because I thought people would catch the clue. That's one thing you don't want to mess around with, but I'm gonna let you mess around with it if you want to figure it out. You think that every entity is ran like the one that you work at or the person you know works at. I don't bring it up. I bring it up specific times about certain things because we will never ever
Jack
go over
Sparrow's
Umar's
crazier by
finances
far.
over here on this channel. Not in depth. There are certain things I will never talk about on this channel, and there's a reason why.
Why she always act like she got a secret or something like that? I don't, there's certain
She wants to
information I'm not
see.
going to say.
She want to seem important.
Right.
Right. That's why she only said I'm a government employee, which was only a half truth, and deliberately hid the fact that it was a low level position that wouldn't give her any insight at all. She deliberately hid that fact, and she's trying to hide behind the half truth of, well, I was a government employee, or even if we were to agree current employee, you still lied about your time there, and you still hid your actual position, and we don't know why.
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a reason why. Um, and I'd like to get to this stuff, but people keep doing this doxing, or that address doesn't belong to me, but it belongs to somebody. And I thought y'all got
Then
a
they didn't
clue
dox
when
you.
you
If
messed
it don't
up
belong
with
to you, it's not a
Marianne.
dox.
And then you turned around and did it to somebody else. To be cute, because I listen, if we haven't learned this at our big age as adults, just because people do not entertain your bullshit does not mean that they are fearful of you. And I think that there are people that think that
What?
earnestly in their heart, they feel like they got the one up, let me keep going. When it's really, you need to probably sit down or fall back.
Man,
That made no
you
sense whatsoever.
shouldn't have. If you hadn't started with me, none of this would be going on from my end.
Absolutely.
I can't speak for the other people that wore your ass out, but had you not started with me, I wouldn't be doing none of this. But you started with everybody though, lady.
If she wouldn't have came
Everybody.
over here trying to be superhero for Marianne, and then you called out Mind Chaos Brew. I mean, you kind of did it to basically did it to yourself.
Pretty much. And if you hadn't lied in the beginning, none of this really, if you hadn't lied in the beginning, none of it would have happened. If you had just been quiet, stayed in the background, never reaffirmed this fake investigation, which caused me to start making videos against you, none of it would have happened. But because you wanted to lie, you wanted the clout, this is what you get.
No, she just wanted to be the most important person that's reporting on Umar. That's what it seems like to me, and most likely everybody else
Absolutely.
involved.
She wants to be the female Lennon. She wants to be she want to be the female Lennon, but them folks she ran ain't going for this shit. She can't get bigger than the
Right.
program.
She's actually
Right. And the
lost
fact that
subs recently. She actually lost subs recently too.
Yeah, she keeps
Her highest
fluctuating.
subs.
Yeah, she keeps
Okay.
fluctuating up and down.
Yeah, because it keeps going from like 350 to now it's 345.
Yeah, everybody realize she on some bullshit.
right.
But
And
Rim,
then
I
you
got a
turned
question
on Lennon.
for
Now
you.
you going to take a spot. And when you turned on him, what's up?
Like, were you confused what she said when she said just because people aren't um on your bullshit, that doesn't mean they aren't afraid of you? I'm lost in that. I don't even know what that was supposed to mean.
She talking about me
Oh,
and mine. She talking about me and mine
Oh,
chaos. Cause we just keep
oh.
poking the bear.
oh.
She poked the bear
So-
first.
Yeah, she went
And
against the
chill
internet and the
out.
internet won.
I watched. Well, I didn't watch. I watched on the screen. Someone had an 8-hour live on
I didn't watch. Well, I watched, but I didn't watch. That doesn't make any sense at all.
me.
I
You
saw
don't
it
even
on the
know 8 hours
screen.
worth of shit on me.
Whether you watched it live or whether you watched the replay, you watched, motherfucker.
I think she's referring
Are you
to
complaining
me because
about the amount of content being done on you when your whole page on every page on social media you own is talking about Umar, lady?
I think she's referring to
Nothing
me
else
when
but
she talks
Umar.
about the I think she's referring to me when she talks about the 8 hours because to be completely
Imagine if
honest with you, I did do 8 hours, but it wasn't necessarily my intent. I just started it and played all the way to the end, and it ended up taking 8 hours.
Man,
I didn't
fuck
even
her.
notice till the end.
If a nigga want to do an 8 hour live, they want to do an 8 hour live. Fuck, she gonna do better. She do 5 and 6.
This live is 4 hours.
Wow,
if you place
hypocrite.
all of that interest in the real apex predator out here.
Oh, we need to spend all our time not talking about her and pointing out her bullshit. We need to ignore her bullshit and just focus on Umar, the predator. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why she's calling. If she's calling him a financial predator, cool. But ain't no underage women came out. Ain't nobody said he didn't rape them, man. Like you got to stop
Nope.
this.
Oh, I can confirm she's trying to make it a sexual predator thing because I caught her on one of my lives and I debunked her on that same live, trying to claim that Umar worked with children convicted of sexual crimes, and that wasn't true. So she's definitely trying. And before that, she was literally when she was called out on calling all these women who are literally in their 20s to be girls. Her excuse was, "Oh, I call all women girls regardless of age." But she specifically claimed he was grooming them.
Yeah. Hey, Southern Charisma. Yeah, Marianne, she put up another fake check. I played that in the beginning of the video of this live stream. She put up another fake check that she handwritten her damn self, most likely, and tried to present that as a check. It wasn't even a check, it was a copy of a fake check. Shit was ridiculous.
So yeah, that predator thing, she does mean sexual, even if she won't say it.
Doing
But if he's
anything
a
to
sexual
tarnish this
predator, why
nigga's
was you fucking him?
reputation.
How did he never? But how do you know he's a sexual predator? Because you consented to everything that you did with him,
All the
and you
hoes you
don't have
tried to
any.
tell us is his crushes and shit, they grown.
And you don't have any evidence of him doing anything else.
Yeah. And she admitted in one of her drunk lives, she actively sought women out to be his wives too. So by that narrative, she was looking for people to feed the predator.
I mean, we calling Umar out for scamming the community. Well, all this other shit that y'all keep presenting, y'all never have evidence for it. And now that we're not falling for the shit no more, you want to be butthurt about it.
Pretty much.
That's exactly what's going on. That's what's going on.
I'm not bothering anybody
We ain't bothering nobody.
except for Musty Face. But he knew it was coming to get this up.
Umar doesn't care.
Like,
Exactly. She actually thinks he gives a damn.
Right.
He knew it was coming. She called him Musty Face, but again, she was laid up with Musty Face.
Exactly.
Shit, he
And
doesn't
kept
care.
going
When
back
we
out there to
do
Musty
shit
Face.
against him, he doesn't care. Like, how many content creators now make live streams telling them? How many content creators make live streams all the time saying shit against Umar, and does he respond to any of it? No. So that would indicate he doesn't care.
Exactly.
No, he just pop his shit when he go on an interview and say the struggle streamers.
Or the YouTubians.
maybe I'll just introduce this video this morning, and then people can see how weird that mess is. It ain't just me because you're talking about me. That, you know,
Man, we're not gonna run anybody away from us that fuck with us, and if you do, good riddance. They ain't like, you know, if because the nigga is talking about you and it's the same shit that you've been doing on Umar for 7 months straight, because you could have moved around, like you've literally been everywhere they've been talking about Umar. We don't see you in no other channels where with Umar ain't being talked about or anything associated with Umar, like Mary and Lorient. Your ass don't be in no chats on that shit. Where else do you go on YouTube besides the Umar section to talk about Umar?
She was on 27 different channels.
And then go on her own goddamn IG and just Umar for 8 months straight.
That's a lot.
But she can't take 1 month. 1 month.
Right.
I seriously doubt she goes a day without saying his name at this point. That's how hideous it is.
Umar.
I feel like some type of way about it. No, it really genuinely is weird.
You're weird, ma'am.
To sit for 8 hours talking about anybody that is not doing the type of stuff.
What's the difference?
What?
Because you want this bitch on here talking about him for 4 or 5 hours. How long was your live?
The name of this video is The Fantastical Lives of Umar, and it's 4 hours long. Her video before that was about Umar. She took a live down that was about Umar and an upload. So you could do 4 for free, and we can't do 8 and get paid? That's crazy.
Yeah. Got your mind.
The times we live in.
Well, she's so focused on that. That's the reason why I've been on the internet. I said that. We talked about.
He has to be drunk.
The doxing when Umar sent my address to Maryland, to the couple in Maryland that had the girl that they had made up.
Now, y'all see how the story changed. She just said that Umar sent her address to the couple in Oh, that's right. She did say that. I was about to say the story changed. She did say he was talking to the couple, and somehow they wanted to meet up with Umar because they was talking about having a sexual relationship, and Umar sent them her address. As if that makes sense. That's what she said. That makes sense. I thought she had just switched it up though. It's still consistent.
Isn't that the catfishing story that somebody basically catfished him and he sent her address to?
Yes. She was saying
Yeah,
that person was like, yeah, they was fucking with Umar. She was like, his thirsty ass, but how he thirsty if they fucking with him?
Oh, they was
true.
trying to have to do something with Umar and not her, and he sent them her address.
Well,
Diabolical.
Yeah,
if
fictitious
you think
person.
about it, then that means
He
he
sent
didn't
my
fall for it and he sent it for a reason. If he sent it to him to a different address, then that would indicate he figured something wasn't right, and so he sent them the wrong address on purpose.
But why
Right.
Lene address though in Kansas City?
I
And,
have no, I
and
got no answer for that one.
how would he if he got your address and you said we doxed you, don't you think we would have the address and you said you don't stay there?
That makes no sense.
Yeah,
He sent
it
the
don't.
address to this. And you also said Umar had never been to your house, so he didn't know where you stay. So how can he get somebody your address?
Oh, yeah,
Because
you
if you
can't.
don't
Oh
stay
wow.
there, if Umar got the same address we got, you ain't stayed there since 2015. So what's the whole fuss about?
Right.
Right. You wouldn't be mad at being doxxed because you don't live there. You couldn't have been, they couldn't have been sent your address because you don't live there. So, matter of fact, you wouldn't even know, would you?
That's that's a fact. How,
But
wait,
but for
yeah.
some
How would she even
reason,
know unless she was still in contact with the people that live there?
and then no, hold on,
Well,
hold
yeah,
on.
she
Here's the
claimed.
crazy part about the story. So these people are fucking with Umar, and he gives them her address, and somehow they get in contact with her. I guess they typed in the address and pulled her up and called her, I guess. But that can't be the same address we put up though, because you just said you ain't stayed there in forever. But whatever, like it just you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
My address up to Maryland and the address that he thought was mine. And I sarcastically said, because I love sarcasm. I said,
The
"Y'all, yeah,
address
there you go,
he
right
thought
there."
was yours, so it's not your address. Henceforth, how would you know?
They never would have thought it was you because you said he ain't know nothing about you. Nothing at all. Zip
And
zero
so he didn't
zips.
read into that because he's an idiot. He doesn't read the sarcasm very well. So he goes and shoots the address up to Maryland. That's not my address. He sent me about 3 of them.
Why would he send the address? And she ain't showed no proof of this either. But why would he send your Kansas City address to some people in Maryland who thought he was in Delaware trying to fuck?
That makes
Makes
zero
no sense.
sense.
Cause everybody
None.
know Umar in the Philly or Delaware area. We know he don't live in Kansas City, so that would be very odd for him to send you a Kansas City address in the first place.
I think she lying.
It's
Oh, without a
definitely
doubt at
lying.
this point. Without a doubt.
Definitely lying. Is Mary Ann check real?
Nope.
Hell no.
Well, this
It
heifer
said,
lying.
man, uh-huh.
No, if you can see it on the net, it's not my address. I told him, I said, walk up to the door and knock and see who opens it. I was being.
If you can see it on the internet, it's not my address. Cause she got her shit wiped out
Right.
of public records.
But she told them to knock on the door and see who you just put those people in danger.
Bruh. All I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you is I can find every Memphis Grizzly house online right now. You can find all LeBron James's houses online right now. Like
Right.
what the fuck? Drake has been doxxed. What the fuck is he talking about?
But I mean, that's the
It's,
way it goes on the internet. But you still shouldn't send nobody to knock on the door. That's putting them people in danger. You never know who the fuck you sending over there to knock on the door.
just shows you
Lene,
how much she devalues people.
Lene, you know what you can't escape being public record? Property taxes, ma'am. property taxes. So like all that bullshit you talking about, if it's on the net, it ain't mine. Yeah, you have to pay property taxes for wherever you're at. Like even that property you posted on your damn community wall talking about, I wanna flip this, and she just did this shit to get people to try to go and find out where the fuck it was at. And she thinks we're dumb. Nobody cares about that shit. We care
Most
Dude,
about
do.
talking about us.
her Marianne's winery video was boring as shit. It was like watching paint dry because she was just so painfully slow. And she said, I'm building bottles for my basement that's downstairs. It's gonna have a what was it? Environment control and whatever." And I was like, first of all, you're at a winery to buy bottles. You're not there to build them. Who says
Right.
that? Who says I'm going to my winery and I'm going to build bottles when you're there to buy bottles? Like, what do you mean build them?
Seems like both of them lack common sense.
Being sarcastic. I did not. You can't say stuff like that on the net because there are really idiots that will do it. Your Cookie Crush chat is turning into like the ZZ. That group that was doing that extra shit that lived on a boat. I don't know too much about it, but that.
Oh, well, if you don't know too much about it, why in the fuck are you referencing it? But damn, she is going at the Cookie Crush chat still. Like her and Mary Ann is just going back and forth boxing at NeNe. He a better nigga than me. Could have been roasted both of these heifers.
That's the obsession that it is. But we're gonna shut that shit down.
Well, she ain't talking about us.
We're gonna shut that down. Because I'm not worried about it, but it's somebody that could get hurt or somebody that can be approached, or you're going on someone's property. That's not my property.
But you told them to open the door and find out, so
I'm not part of the Cookie Crush chat, by the way, nor have I ever been part of the Cookie Crush chat. So there's that.
I wouldn't. But see, she wants to tell you. She openly admits that she wanted people to go to a potentially dangerous location just to prove Umar wrong. But then wants to say, "Wait, you could be putting people in danger if you dox them." But her earlier statement made it clear she didn't care about people.
You're putting it on the net, you dipshit. I don't listen. Y'all pretend I don't know that you have kids. I don't know what you drive. I don't know where you work. I don't know where you live. I don't play those games. I don't do that weird shit because I don't know. Maybe because my mom hugged me or she didn't take me off the tit too fast. I don't know. But just whatever it is, I'm wired a little bit better. I don't do weird shit like that.
That made no sense.
What? But you come on the internet and just claim the fame and stuff that Umar did.
Or pass it around.
But your claim to fame is giving Umar a yik.
There's something wrong. I chalk it up to, I don't know, maybe it's the water or something happened. I'm getting set up as I'm running my mouth.
So now it's the water. The water is affecting our minds.
Yeah, something wrong. But you stepped in the shit this time.
What are you gonna blame next? The sky?
And it's not my address. You're not bothering me. And I don't live in a big city. I'm not hard to find.
Why are you bringing it up? If it's not bothering you, why are you bringing it up? If it doesn't bother you, why you keep talking about it?
Because she in her motherfucking feelings.
Right.
She lost her friend. She mad y'all ain't her friend no more. Even though y'all didn't stop being her friend, she turned on y'all.
Right. It wasn't her fault she came over here trying to be Superwoman. Look, when you came over here trying to cape for Mary Ann, it seemed like you was trying to control the conversation and make yourself the center of attention.
Well, it ain't nothing else to focus on. The FDMG, they've been postponed again. Shit. There's more interviews to talk about. The date postponed again. We knew this. There ain't no shot. He might as well. He need to stop predicting Umar going to jail like Umar need to stop predicting the opening of FDMG.
That's true.
It wasn't really necessary.
The nigga gonna push you right back again.
But just
Yeah,
to do
actually,
that, that's
I saw in a
oh,
recent thing not too long ago where he said that he didn't want to give dates anymore, and and if I remember the quotation, it was he said, "I don't want to give a date anymore because every time I give a date, I don't every time I give a date, he said I don't it winds up not happening, so I don't want to give a date anymore." And yet he did a date again, even though earlier he said he didn't want to do dates anymore because he fails every time he does it.
And she definitely has cleaned up her damn IG. She took a lot of shit down. I wonder why, because she was manically posting it, and some of the shit she was posting proved that Umar didn't do nothing to her, but leave her alone. And she didn't want to let it
Right.
go.
Exactly. First, she proved it. She did it
oh, you
to prove that she was actually uh talking to Umar, and actually wasn't lying about their relationship. But I don't think she realized that once the spell wore off, the people finally just read the messages. It didn't add up.
And her, and what little she did to address the messages, it was, oh, this is normal. This is normal. The world doesn't agree with you.
Facts.
you are a smart one. I wouldn't do that anyway because it's never that deep. I'm not that invested in people's lives. I'm not. And even if it wasn't or it was, it wouldn't take away from anything that I
Live
brought
her
to the table.
logic of, I didn't want my story to be buried, so I did 27 interviews. As if these content creators ain't done no videos in the past 8 months that would still bury her story.
Hmm. Not to mention, this is insane troll logic. She literally just told us, and not only that, I'm not too invested in people's lives. I don't do this, but even if I did, it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, that's
I'm
But
sure I
insane
have
but
logic.
you're
almost
invested
a
in Umar
thousand
life,
videos in the past 8 months.
you went from everywhere from our channel
Like
to all the way up to Tasha K. Now go ahead, you
Yeah.
blood.
this man is doing. You say all that to say this. It doesn't make any sense. They're using my videos as content because you have no content. Ah, here we go. You don't have anything to
Anything
talk
on
about.
YouTube is fair play, though, so who
You're
cares?
boring.
But you're doing this right now with Umar. You see the irony in this shit?
I see the
I hate when
hypocrisy in this.
motherfuckers say that as they're doing it. You watch my videos while watching someone else's video, saying we ain't got content. So what's your
You dare
content
to
other
say
than
something to me
Umar?
in public, even though I'm talking about everything in public.
So lady, what's your content other than Umar? We want to hear you talk about something other than Umar and see how well that goes for you. You're not even doing well talking about Umar anymore. Don't nobody give a damn. Once you didn't flip the script and everybody realized what you really was to him, don't nobody care what you got to say about Umar.
That's why she was so careful with the information. She knew she'd be irrelevant if she didn't fabricate it.
Right, no, and that's why she kept putting bits and pieces out at a time.
hmm Carefully constructive narrative. But
Right.
now that she knows that can't happen anymore because all that shit got released. Now it's let's just keep going and yelling and cursing and hollering and whatever for any little attention she can get because she's not going to be loved. She's not going to be liked as she said she wanted to be seen as. So now she's embracing her villainousness, I guess.
But I guess that's what she's doing, but
It's from a few days ago. Well, yeah, as you see, it's three people in there. Uh, Anti-Afro in there, Funk Soldier, Get At You, and yeah, it's three people in the chat.
That's
But to
it.
be fair, she is only 9 minutes into her live. It takes like
Wow.
15 minutes for YouTube to fully put your shit in the algorithm.
yeah, I think
And pretty soon, if I don't get this thing,
Tasha from Trip Seas is from Georgia.
I won't have anything. It's just it's tragic. These people are raising kids. Just remember that. For all of it, and none of that stuff, it's like they just went ahead and started a whole nother story. I've been out a year before these three people decided, well, I guess it's more than that.
It hasn't been a year, ma'am.
Oh. And now she's going at the fact that some of you guys have kids. And my question, as you unsurprisingly here, is, and your point is?
But don't use that PayPal if you're trying to use that PayPal. I don't think that PayPal works for Trip C's. I gotta change it.
It would be two more from that panel. Just started to start doing that shit. They didn't know my story when I went over, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. I'll just use it for the rich. Y'all forget that I've done 25.
Francisca,
channels.
she on
like
audience in the hope that it gets Umar to talk to him. It gets back to Umar. That's what she said.
I get a lot of support. There was a lot of people watching and told me that was going on. I was like, I don't care. I don't give a shit about them people. I don't know them personally. I don't care about them. But nobody ever said, hey, they're putting up somebody's address. These people that are supposed to be so mentally fit.
How she go from the Cookie Crush chat to us?
Send it to my PayPal and I'll send it to her.
Yes.
If you're trying to give something to Trip C, send it to my PayPal and I'll figure out a way to send it to her.
How she go from the Cookie Crush chat to us? I know I'm one of the people she talking about, but ma'am, you did in fact put Umar mama house up on the outside pictures. You did. You put her up too. You ain't blank her face out.
You put her right on your joint.
I've never seen anything like that before. Forgive me, I haven't been on the internet that long. That is tragic. But what is that designed to do? To embarrass them? Is that what the point of it is? I don't get it. We'll figure it out though.
We were saying sweep around your own front door. That's what it was to do. Pick up all that goddamn trash in your yard.
Right.
So enough of that. I would just tell anybody, just use your adult brain going forward, because it's not really that big of a deal. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't engage in it. I wouldn't have my name on it. I wouldn't do any of that. But I'll handle it. So today, what I wanted to go over was an old video, and I felt like, let me see if I can.
An old video.
Basically, I wanted just to go.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Over it because it's not something that I've ever seen before, but I wanted to talk about it with you guys. Some of the stuff that's being said. Let me get a minute here. Yeah. But I know that there are some things that have been going on in the sector in the past. It's kind of why I wanted to come to the internet too. I wanted to see how this shit got down. I wanted to see if it would roll over on my side of it, and I'm glad it did. But one person in particular that I know was bullied on the net, and I know why it probably didn't probably take off as much as it could have. And I'll have to talk to Reverend Gerald Palmer. I'd have to have some correspondence with him.
She compromised. She compromised.
Who compromised?
LeNe.
Why you say that?
When she whining about us putting the house up that time and saying she don't live there no more.
Oh yeah.
About that, and she's just saying how despicable we are, and she talks shit about the Cookie Crush chat, and now she giving Reverend Palmer praise about something.
Yeah,
figure out like the backstory. I did want to cover one of his shows. I thought it was just sad, pathetic. But then again, I know that there are some people that are not wrapped too tight. Anti-Afro Svengali has went through it.
There she goes. She compromised.
I know that there have been people that have been going through what I went through, and that's just tragic for him because we live in the same state. I felt like what could have happened. I wanted to know what the end result was, so that I could figure out.
Did he?
Oh, okay, cool.
No,
Sorry, I
I
had
think
some
he paused it.
technical issues. Yeah,
No,
I
I
had
think
some
he paused it.
technical
Out
issues.
why things didn't
But can't
like
see it now.
manifest into something solid for him, because what was done was just insane. And then the people are still on the net, like, yeah, like you shouldn't even have an internet a privilege. And I know that's a possibility. Some
Internet
people
privilege? What are
can
you
lose
talking
that, or I don't
about?
know how they handle situations like that, because it's not my expertise. But something like, keep an eye on them, because they do this and they get,
And
I
you
guess,
are a
different accounts and
dictator of
different
what
signs of arms
country?
or whatever. I don't know. I'm just now learning.
Right.
I need the timestamps for the video where the address is.
You are
If
queen of
anybody
what
has
internet?
it, email it to me. You can do it anonymous, but please get it to me, and I'll look through the content and find it also, hopefully before they take it down. But that's what I was trying to do, and the time got away from me. But it can't stay like, and I'm pretty sure he did do everything that he was supposed to do, but it can't just that be the end of it. And I don't want people to think that I have a insatiable desire for everybody to go to jail. That's not what it is. But I feel like if you are old
Who's
enough
gonna
to
go
have
to
done some stuff,
jail?
then you're just old enough to pay
I don't
for the
know. She's talking
consequences
about
of your actions.
certain people
You have to
shouldn't have
think
the internet, and
smart.
now she's talking
I
about she
watched it go
doesn't
down with
want everyone to
NeNe,
go
and
to
I was
jail.
like,
Who's going to
don't do
jail?
some shit. That's kind of the reason why I didn't want to get involved with it, because the type of people I knew that shit with
For
Marianne should have
what?
lasted, if any, 2 days and been wrapped up. You got this stuff
Jail
going
for
clear
what,
on
though?
to, and a lot of it is lack of
Hey,
content,
Williams.
and a lot of it is just mental health. Like, you're just not well. Anytime you don't have a
You're
job,
literally
but you
deluding
can.
yourself into thinking we're going to jail. Who has the mental health
She
issues?
thinks she's going to scare someone into stop talking
Just
about
stop
her
talking
now. She's
about it.
saying
Yeah.
somebody ain't got no job. And I don't know. These folks is crazy.
She literally just said as you walked away
Keep
that,
talking about me because I'm
one,
not
that
working right now.
certain people shouldn't be on the internet, and that she doesn't want everyone to go to jail. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Right, but she said if you don't got a job, I think she might be talking about me because I'm not working right now.
I'm not either. I'm a college student. I haven't worked in years.
YouTube is my job.
That's what I'm saying. This is like a
Sit and
full-time
worry
fucking
about other
job
people's
doing
jobs
this
and then
shit.
sit on the internet and just bully people. That shit is weird. So you shouldn't be on the internet, in
You
my
don't get to
opinion.
decide
You
who gets to
shouldn't
be
be
on the
on the
internet, though.
internet, ma'am. All you do is talk about Umar on your IG, on your Facebook, on your TikTok, and on your YouTube. And you don't think
Or
that's
she talks
bullying.
shit about
If
You said
what
the
you
man
do
like
ain't
fingers in his butt.
bullying, what I do ain't bullying.
You literally said the man like fingers in his butt. That ain't bullying. You
Said she
accusing
was
us
insinuated
of
that
trans.
doxing you.
Said he
you
sleep with
insinuated that he
trans.
like transgenders. You insinuated that he does coke. That's not bullying somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And no, Jay, she probably doesn't realize that because in her demented mind, she thinks she's a innocent angel that did nothing wrong.
Exactly, and everything she's judging
Me
people
thinking
on,
that
she does the same thing of. Go ahead.
talking stuff, that's one thing, but putting up people's kids with their heads removed and stuff, people.
Who the
Ma'am,
fuck
that
did
was
that?
respectful. I made her my thumbnail. It was a family photo, and I magic erased their faces out as to not dox them. She thinks there was some type of hidden meaning behind it other than me not wanting to dox her kids. It was just her photo that I wanted.
So it was just a lose lose. If you would have kept a man in there, you would have been dodging
Yes,
things. If you take him
yes,
out,
she would
there's
have
a
been
hidden hand.
complaining. Yes. Now it's weird. He took the girl. Fuck you.
That
I
makes
don't
no
care
sense. You
what
could
you
have
think,
and
ma'am.
and she accused
You should have
Jay,
left me alone.
and she accused him of tagging her in his videos, and he didn't use any hyperlink at all. He just typed in her name as a title, and she considered that being tagged in. She clearly doesn't understand how hyperlinks work.
No, she knows how it worked. That was just her excuse for being on my shit, which she claims she don't watch.
Right. And she
But
claimed that
she would have
she
been
wouldn't.
catching everything that's said about her.
That's crazy, Lene, how somebody sent you the clip and you came and commented and the person that sent you the clip didn't even say nothing. That's crazy how that works.
Because
Yeah, that's
white
weird.
people need to know about you because you're not wrapped too tight. It's strange, but maybe that's the norm. I don't know. I don't really
Yeah, she
venture off
posted
into
his
those
mom.
circles. Okay, so
2
like I
times.
said, enough of that. But if anybody finds that timestamp, DM me or email me, and
She offering money because we going to jail for doxing a federal employee who ain't lived at their house according to her since 2015.
We got
L
bounties on our
Blizzard,
heads
thank you for
now.
the $2 super chat. She said, L Blizzard, thank you for the $2 super chat. She said she's in her feelings, Money Trey. Definitely in her feelings.
Wait,
I
is
will.
she now trying to put bounties on us now for information?
She also made I know her baby daddy
What you
wasn't
gotta
in her
do?
oldest son graduation.
You can put all the bounties you want on me.
They can
You
do
ain't
what they
gonna
do.
find nothing that I ain't already done spoke about. The only thing I don't speak about is my marriage and my that type of shit. But anything else that I did in these streets or anything that would need to be exposed, I guarantee you I can pull up a video where I exposed it already. So you ain't exposing nothing. You can't expose nothing that I ain't already do my goddamn self.
Mm, she can't expose me because I'm no one. John Q. Public is what I
That's how
am.
you win against shit like that. That's how you win against shit like that. You expose it before they do.
Exactly.
That way everything out in the open.
Or you leave no trace. Either way, it works.
Yeah, or that too. Or that too. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. And what chaos say, and tip your host. Put the cash at PayPal. She said tip your host. She had me dying when she said that. I was like, ooh, I'm using that.
So, here we go. This is the video that I wanted to look at. Trying to get them up.
I never get
And
tired
other
of the
than
fact
that,
she doesn't
it's
know
been
how
a pretty great
technology
day.
works.
Just real relaxing. And I had great plans for today, and then the time got away from me. I hate when that happens.
Like, it's not that hard to pull up a video.
I think
It takes
feel
like a
like
minute at
nothing
most.
has happened, nothing will happen. And that is a terrible, terrible way of thinking when it comes to doing stuff that you ain't got no business doing.
Yeah, she's addicted for sure.
Okay, let me do this. Fine.
No, she's
Okay.
a dick. Dick. You gotta capitalize the dick.
Still no receipts. That's right, Jay. Nothing.
Mhm.
Still ain't seen no receipts for shit. Shit,
For
Marianne done
nothing.
pulled out more receipts than you did. And hers is fake.
I'm still here just getting this thing
The
pulled up.
fake's
Sorry about that.
more real than yours.
Right.
I
At
just
least she
want a
came
very
with something.
peaceful space over here that I
Right?
can go and process through this shit. I don't want to deal with any weird stuff. Okay, so this video I'm gonna play is
She said that like 5 minutes ago.
not the one that
I
I was
thought she was
looking
about to
for.
play the video too.
God, though. Will you believe it? I thought I would have. Oh, here it is.
Thank Dr. Phil.
I'm gonna go back to. I'm sorry, you guys. It
She's
was
really
damn
she's
pretty
really
low because
delaying
I
for
was
every
looking for
second
this
she can, isn't she?
damn address so I can email it to
I think she's just
somebody. But okay,
intentionally delaying it on
here
Hold
we
purpose.
on.
go.
I know y'all
So
hear
this
that
is.
chair is screaming.
Hold on, let me stop it.
Y'all didn't hear that cheer
We're not gonna
screaming
go through
every
all
time
that. I got like different timestamps, but I wanted you to see this
you can't
because,
hear it.
and it should be a little. I don't know if that's. Oh, that's my
Not that
line.
much. I
Oh no,
heard
that's
a
it.
little bit, but not that much.
But
So we're going
you'll hear
to
the cheer crackling.
go through this real fast because I got another one too. I just want to. I want to go through and look at some things with you guys, and I don't
Wow,
have any
nobody's
Now y'all
conversation
hear
on
commenting.
it.
that cheer,
I just want to go through it because
that
I'm
cheer
looking for
screaming for his
something,
dear life.
and I want to see if we can find it together.
Before
Now, where I'm looking
the year 2000, you really could put a child in special education
for the one,
for one of these, what I like to call.
if you don't mind.
Ram, I'm just noticing this. She's been talking
Mhm.
excessively, and there's hardly anyone chatting in her
Somebody
live.
invite, can y'all hear?
Nope. Because everybody tired of her bullshit. He said that chair smell like
Okay.
bacon.
Wall Street disorders.
He said,
There's only like
call
2
them Wall
ones.
Street
Wow.
disorders because the drugs that no, that's the same year that mass incarceration took a turn for the worse. That's the same year that the CIA, Cocaine Import Agency, dropped crack off in the black community. So, in essence, they started drugging the adults at the same time they started drugging the children. And with the same type of drugs. Now, you're led to believe that the legal drugs are safer than illegal.
So basically what it is that I'm trying to look for, a lady, they said that the lady that fired him.
But when you study the history of psychiatric medication, you find
so wait,
that all of the illegal
you just
drugs
get
Did you go
videos
skip
looking
most
for
of the
something.
video?
that we ourselves will strike the first blow.
So she doesn't even know why she's showing this.
So you just looking for trouble.
Yeah. This wasn't like
At
something
least
you
when we
looked and
break down the
pre-planned.
videos. Yeah, but at least when we break down videos, we breaking down the issues in the video. I see no issue in this video that needed to be broken down. I've seen this video. I didn't really see any issue in this video that needed to be broken down. He's actually giving out good information in this video, and I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but he was. There are so many other videos that were problematic that Umar has put out, and we always knew where the timestamp was weird, or we just had a clip of it. You just going through his videos and looking for something to have a problem with. I ain't never do that shit.
As Scott said, do your homework before you come to class.
Like even when I pulled this, I had Trey pull this video up. I was like, I just want to see what she's talking about. You know, see what I think she's reviewing. That doesn't mean I'm just going looking for a fucking problem. You are going through these
Right.
videos of somebody that you used to have sexual intercourse with just to look for an issue. That is borderline stalking, not borderline. That is
Man, Umar looked 25 in this video. She going way, way back.
way back before he even knew the fuck
That
she
nigga
was.
just graduated Millersville, didn't it?
Looked like it. He looked real young in this video. He thinner. He a lot
I'm
thinner.
learning because all of his lectures are pretty much
Probably
the
like 10
same
years old.
material. I'm learning that most of the things that you need to know for what it is that we do are towards the end when he starts going off script and talking
Where's this
freely.
we? Only her.
That's when you find things out.
He said,
Where's this we? Oh no, we lost Rim.
She finding all this information out now. Imagine if she had done this much information before she sucked the nigga dick. But she claims she couldn't find nothing. So all the speeches that you heard back then was good to you. If they were good to you now, why you picking them apart now?
I think she knew who Umar was before. I don't think her son introduced her to him. And then you just the first time seeing him, you just up and decided to call his number when he flashed it. I think she was watching a lot of his videos and never caught him giving out the number until the Breakfast Club.
He had been to that nigga had been to Missouri prior before her. He had been there once before. So he was familiar to the city. That's why she was like, I don't know what happened to the people that brought him the last time, man. Depending on how long ago it was, he might not have that connect no more. That person might have moved. But she just assumed since they didn't bring him back, or he didn't hit them up, but he may have hit you and them up at the same time, or whoever answered back first he responded to. But she just assumed he fell out with him.
The thing is, too, you got to think of it as like, okay, if he's 25 in this video,
no, I'm just joking.
that decade's old. Well, I'm just saying, regardless, it's like it's such an old video, then it has literally no relevance to today's time.
Right. I think she's just skimming through it to find something to be mad about, and
she just wants to hear that nigga voice.
Yeah, and if you think about all the shit that she just said about us about us talking about her, but you are skimming through a 10-year-old video, probably 10 years old or more. Look at the quality on the pixels on it. That got to be at least 10 years or more. Your ex-lover looking for something
like
wrong.
An old cell phone.
Right. And you looking for something wrong. It was probably like one of the first touch screens. You remember the first Android that came out? Droid.
He said, if a man is laying on the ground and he ain't got guts enough to stand on his own 2 feet, leave him. Because if you pick him up, he's gonna fall back down anyway. So you didn't help him without it. Please don't think that going to college is a right. You know that you gave them the self-discipline necessary to finish. A lot of you are raising some lazy, shiftless kids. Why in the hell are you doing it? If you didn't get like he likes it, and he ain't got that.
She's trying to look for a woman for whatever reason.
Said that I would never give up a continent or an island. I am an African. Yesterday, today, and for all time. Ashe. Thank you, brothers and sisters. If you get the book, I'll give this something to as well. Thank you.
Autograph costs an extra $20. Nah, he said if you get the book, I autograph it, and I threw in there the autograph will cost you an extra $20.
Yeah, but he's selling the book.
I'm sorry, I have that problem. I'm trying to yell over it. So this is Saturday, September 21st, 2013.
No, I know for a fact. He said that
she playing that other lady's verse. She playing that other lady video. Good grief.
Oh, the AAS lady.
Yeah, the lady that's in the chat typing her ass off. The only one.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up. Your moderator won't even type in your chat.
She trying to form Voltron.
Philadelphia.
With
and
FSA.
We got the book in a minute. Dr. Umar but thank you all so much for coming. But please, support ministry here in Canaan. We got the back in the back. Whatever you can give,
I don't even understand what that dude's saying.
Right now, this is her attempt to pledge to be an AFW.
He's gonna move.
She thinks she's gonna say it.
Dr. Johnson, come on. Dr. Johnson. Anybody have any questions or remarks for Dr. Johnson?
Get those lights up, family.
Assistance for the school. How can I help the school? There's a couple of things. First, I want to just ask you, if you need...
Hold on, Trey Paul.
I will be back there.
You know what I just remembered? Last night, somebody was talking about, has anybody gotten through, because he just reminded me of the Breakfast Club interview. Has anybody fully gotten through it yet? Have you seen anybody yet? Like, get through the whole...
I'm waiting to see if Uncle Mo can finish the interview challenge.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it. I could probably do like half. But this is around last year before all this shit hit the fan. They were trying to get me to do Umar, and I would attempt to do it, but this is when he was in his phase of repeating shit 3 times. Those videos,
when did he stop
couldn't
doing
do
that?
it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit through 5 minutes of that shit.
He's still doing it today.
No, he don't do it as much though. He be doing it every other word.
Okay, yeah, I'll grant you he isn't doing it as much, but
He
I'll
be
grant
doing
you
that
that
shit like
much.
every other word, and I couldn't do it. I tried to sit through it. I could not
He
do it.
saves that for his channel. He doesn't really do it when he doing interviews and shit of that nature.
Dude, that you have any idea
Right.
how badly when I was how annoying it was when I was editing my videos against him, Donald Trump, and literally trying to cut out the times he said the thing 3 times. Eventually, I would just give up and just say, "Oh, whatever, do it 3 times." It's too much effort to try and cut it out to just the other 2 times you repeat the same shit. He does it too. He did it too much for me to cut out and edit
Yeah, you
all of it.
can't
So I
edit
was
it
just
out.
eventually. I tried, but it's just too much
You
work.
know what? You know what? That might have been a tactic not only to hypnotize his following, it also worked as a double-edged sword. So
Mm.
when people like you try to edit his shit, you can't because you get it's too many repeats.
Oh God, it's a nightmare.
He's not a dumb person. Like everybody talk about him like he's dumb. He's not a dumb person. If you got this far, he obviously ain't stupid. He obviously not stupid. He's stupid when it comes to
He's not.
women, but
I'll acknowledge he's not
he's not. He's
stupid,
not.
but fuck him still.
You said it take 45 minutes to say 2 sentences. Right. It took you. Oh my God, that shit was so. They give me such a headache. If you go back to like last year or the year before, every Umar video that I tried to do, I can't. I couldn't do it. I stopped it right in the middle of the video. Like, yo, I'm done. I can't do it. I tried. They was requesting me to do Umar videos a lot last year, and I refused to do it because I couldn't sit through them. Now you just can't sit through the lies. You can't sit through none of these fucking lies. You go ahead,
The
play, Trey.
power required to do that is just beyond mortal men to be able to do.
Hold on,
So
how's
to
Follow
sign, and if you
doing?
need to pay with a credit card, I can do it on my phone. The t-shirts are only for ladies. They're unapologetically African t-shirts, they're fit t-shirts, but I only have ladies. I didn't have a chance to get the fellas done. And then the DVDs, there's
What
different titles, relationships, miseducation, all kind of stuff is back there, then of course the books. But I'll be back there soon. How can you help me with the school? Send me an email and let me know you're interested. Now, there's something I need to tell you.
I told Lennon when I was on Lennon's thing, funny as much as I lie and all this other stuff, most of the information that I was given is still being used. But when he asked for resumes and stuff like that, that is a big problem because I believe that they.
Most of the information that you gave is still being used by who?
Didn't he take it down at her request?
When did
I
Lennon
don't
call
know.
her a liar? She said, for as
I don't
much
know.
as I'm a liar, when I was on Lennon, what the hell?
Lennon
Me not
was her
using the
biggest
information.
supporter.
Lennon not using the information. Who's using her information?
Maybe she upset that I'm still able to access that video where she said she protected Umar, and it's on Lennon channel.
Oh, yeah, but you had to go through hurdles to find that motherfucker. It wasn't like
No,
you just was able to quickly pull it
well,
up.
I had to go through some of her 27 interviews, but I knew it was on Lennon channel, so I just had to be patient because it's 5 hours and just sit through it. I think it's at the hour and 51-minute mark. Just trying to speed
Crazy
up on
part is I didn't even know
trying
she
to
was
speed
on
up on
Lennon that first
2.5.
time. I didn't even know she was on Lennon that first time. That was the crazy part. So if you sat there and allowed me to put out false information when people would jump in my chat and be like, "Oh, you want say something about her?" And I'd be like, "Yo, she never came to me. I reached out to her for an interview, and Lene is only responding to what Umar said. Umar started this, and she would sit there and let me say this shit, knowing that she was on Lennon and she was the first one to come out.
Don't
Hmm.
save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't
Right.
save her.
That's what really pissed me off when I realized that. I was like, so you sat there and got me looking like a fucking idiot. Didn't say nothing. You could at least be like, oh well, I did go on Lennon first. I, I would never say anything. I'm like, well, still, he
I
still
told
shouldn't
you
be
that
saying
crazy.
that.
I told you that crazy lady didn't like me.
Right.
Never liked anybody unless they were unless she thought she could manipulate them.
Facts. What
They
information
harvest
she?
resumes, and basically,
I
you
don't
see,
know.
prime example. You see that weird stuff that they did with me and looking all into me and everything. That's exactly what they do.
You looked all into Umar. How is it
Right.
okay for you when you was over there with Lennon? You had no problem looking all into it, Umar giving this nigga house plans and shit, saying, "No, this is a bathroom. It's a nice side bathroom. It's a washroom to wash the dry there. This right here." You had no problem giving details. The ancestral room. This the closet he streamed from. You ain't what the fuck?
Well,
Stop
yeah.
crying,
And
lady.
And I've never looked into anything about you. I've only done reactions to videos that you've done. Anything outside of YouTube, I definitely didn't look up.
yeah,
Now I
and
can't
I
speak for
mean,
other people, but me
I saw
personally,
her.
This
I've
nigga gonna
only
find her
reacted to the
baby
shit that
daddy.
you seen
Later,
on
I
I mean,
was
internet.
I saw
joking.
her when she was on Lennon and whatever. But at the time, I didn't, and I listened to some of what she was saying. But at the time, I wasn't paying her any attention. I only gave her attention when she started saying, oh, I'm gonna drag Marianne, then didn't do it, and then went on, and then specifically when I was in her live and I was talking to her, and she was lying to me about a federal investigation long after we knew it was fake. That's when I started giving it attention. But before that, never spoke to you, didn't know you.
Lene, girl,
Right.
I am not gonna interview your baby dad. Is that what you worried about? I have no interest in doing it unless I get his
Oh shit!
information. Unless I get
Here
his
comes Stormy
information, and
Norman.
I will do my due diligence to reach out. But I ain't looking for the nigga.
Oh shit! We got Stormy Norman on the panel. What's up, yeah? How
Listen,
you doing
here's the
today?
thing. I'm doing good. Thank you guys for reviewing this today. I had no plans on going live today, but now I'm about to drag a bitch. See, here's the thing about doxing, you dumb, degenerate, delusional, remedial ass whore. In order to
Mm.
dox you, I would have to quite literally give people your address and tell them to come and perform physical harm against you. So you're over there listening to those two numbnuts, what's the bitch's name? AAS and Rev G. Don't worry, you lazy, degenerate, delusional, stupid ass bitch. I got the videos and I got the timestamps, so I'ma do you the service. And you can run me my money, $ butterfly progressive, broke bitch. And I'm gonna show you exactly how the fuck stupid you are. That ain't nobody motherfucking dox your dumb ass. What you have done, though, is confirmed for me that those are your residents. Stupid hoe. All
Thank
I
you,
did,
because an
Yeah, and
unbothered
she
person
keep
didn't make my places. You wouldn't have got no reaction out of me because I know I don't live there.
facts.
because she keep like
Exactly.
worried about. She keep claiming that she don't live in these residents, but and she not worried about it. But you keep bringing it up and talking about it. Damn near every live stream I've seen her do on her channel and other people's channel, she talks about somebody doxing her and this, that, and the third, but she don't care at the same time, and she doesn't live there at the same time. But if that's the case, why the fuck do you keep bringing it up?
Right, because here's
Apparently, no one ever taught her that the more you deny something being true, the more people are going to be convinced that it is true.
Right, Storm, what's up? You can go ahead and keep playing it, Trey. Oh shit, she dropped down.
They look in and they try to. People do that if they are trying to measure up. If they really don't have a lot of your business, they'll look into
I'm
your
gonna go back to
background
chat.
to try to see if you know how much money you make, where you came from. All
Ain't nobody did none of that to you. You've done that with Umar though. You claim you didn't search the family tree. You argue with Lennon about who his granddad and shit was. You have. You talking about you got family photos and shit.
Right.
all of these other
Dr.
things,
NeNe,
and then they'll try to
you
size
said
you
you
up
sent
from
the
that.
cash app.
So if you guys remember, I
Yeah,
said
yeah. Well, thank you. It probably just a little slow delay, but thank you.
I sent him 2 texts and then he hit me back. What's on the net right now was
You
not
sent him a
always the way
long
that
line
things
of
look
texts, not
on the
just
net for
2.
my name. So he hit me back and he was like, "Can you put an event together? Can you?"
But you didn't show that though. You only show where you started out where you show where I don't know what the fuck you said, but it had at least been 2 text messages because you said I got the IEP done. Just tell me what to do. I'll do anything, or you finally got something back. You showed that one. You didn't show your initial text message to him from his being on Breakfast Club. Why not? Why didn't you show us the first ever message he sent to you and what he said back? Or did he not say it? I think he said something back simply because of the other message you sent talking about tell me what to do and I'll do whatever. And you said you finally got shit situated with the IP, which leads me to believe he at least asked you one question about it. You said very generic responses, but when you text him about the IEP, that nigga next response to you was 2 months later with "Good God, today, can you throw me an event?"
Right.
What did we misinterpret in there? She's saying we got it wrong,
I don't
even
know.
though we just replayed it back, but we got it wrong.
Remember,
Can you do
in
this?
her
Can you do that?
demented
Can you do?
mind, it's not the eyes or the ears that are right, it's NeNe that's right. Anything else is a lie. That's the
Always
narrative.
NeNe.
Me up? Can you do? He had all of these things. He didn't care, like if I was in a wheelchair. He didn't know. Well, he knew I wasn't in a wheelchair, but he didn't care about what I had going on. He was just telling me things that he wanted and what he needed. Even people don't know
And
this
what's your
because it
point?
hasn't been.
Exactly. He didn't care what you had going on, ma'am, and you continued to talk. But why did you need him to want and care about anything you had going on when he was supposed to just be a fuck for you? A fuck that you wasn't attracted to.
Exactly. Exactly. And you keep saying people repeating the same thing, but um, you not you people repeating the same thing about you, but we're only repeating it because you're repeating the same shit.
And that's how you framed it.
Right.
And this whole pity party, oh, he didn't care what I was going on. Well, guess what? 7 billion people on this planet. Guess how many of them care about what anybody else has to do? None of them. That's life.
None of them.
And spoke about is the fact that I was doing a boot camp. So I'm doing a boot camp, and he's like, I need a whiteboard and these. He wants all this.
But you didn't do the boot camp though. It never happened. It never happened. You ain't spend one dime. Nobody paid you to come to the boot camp. If you bought the whiteboard and the boot camp didn't happen, you took it back and got your money back. But you went from the first event to throwing this nigga a boot camp.
Let's also not forget Umar always makes these announcements for FDMG festivals, and he never did a single one of them.
You wasn't no groupie though, but you was willing to throw him 2 events for the freebie.
This food catered and everything, but he's expecting me to pay this on my dime.
And you were okay with paying for it on your dime, ma'am. You were fine with it. Your gripe with him was that he didn't do the actual boot camp and that you charged vendors, you made that shit up. You charged vendors from the first show a little extra money for 5 events, and Umar boot camp was supposed to be one of them. But Umar hadn't asked you about the boot camp yet, so they couldn't have been in the 5 just. But never mind that.
Also, she's lazy as shit to her core, because first she's going to say, I'm going to do all this. I would have done all this. I had so much to do. But then later on, she says but then later on, the narrative shifts to, I did my best to get Umar to do something. So that means you didn't do anything.
She told y'all she could level her. She told y'all she could level her dude up, so shit. She was trying to level him up. Well, now she complaining about leveling him up. You was fine with paying for the boot camp on your own dime. If you weren't, then you wouldn't have been upset that he didn't do it. You would be like, well, shit, nigga, you ain't spending no money. No shit, no boot camp.
My dime.
I don't
I
know
paid
why,
for
but that was incredibly
everything
funny the
that
way
had
you
to do
said that.
with the event that he came, and you know, it was what it was. And then I guess my
But you claim you was with the deceased boy and his father. They ain't putting nothing on it.
pay, I was supposed to be like happy with the Shango at the end of the event. But I never went back. I didn't go back to the room or anything with them. But he's not paying for these people to put all of this stuff together. And how does he pick people to do the events? Well, he looks into them. The same thing that they're doing.
He can't look into anyone that doesn't contact him first. So if
Dr.
your
NeNe, I
first
just got your
ass
cash app.
wouldn't
Thank you.
text him, he couldn't have looked into you to see that you was a fat fucking trick.
Dude, god damn. Diabolical, Trey.
Now I'm just
Hey,
saying, I haven't called her any of the hard curse words.
Hey,
yeah,
but it
true.
doesn't get any more real than that. No money, no boot camp.
Hey, MCB, if you wanted to come back up, I'll put the thing back in the chat because I'm not sure if you dropped down on purpose or not. But yeah, it's the Shango boot camp. Ah, I quit. Y'all diabolical.
Umar was gonna be fucking the shit out them hoes at that boot camp.
If this is what we get for when he dates these strange women or you know, just has a fling with them, imagine the horror if he ever got one of them pregnant. Imagine, I don't think the internet could survive a third one, much less a pregnant one.
Doing now, he
I
does
heard
that.
there was
He looks
a
into them to
third
see
one
if they're
somewhere.
capable. He didn't know anything. I could have been on Section 8, been on the,
We're doomed then.
Well, here's the thing. So Umar looked into you in 2023. Umar gave us your information in 2025 when you were talking about his mama. And the information is wrong. He looked into you and saw that the same shit we looked up. He saw, okay, IRS worker, it's 2023. She may have a little money. He saw all of it. And he asked you to throw a show. And she says, he don't know, I could have been on Section 8. Well, you would have simply said no when he asked you to throw the motherfucking event. That's where the power of choice comes in. Her not so silent power. You chose to throw the goddamn event.
That's a fact.
You chose to drive 3-4 hours to go get that nigga for said event. You chose not to ask him for one dime on the goddamn event.
That's her
But
theme,
even
though.
though she
Blame us for what
admittedly,
she does.
but the thing about it is, the crazy part is she admittedly let us know that he never contacted her back about her son, and then he ignored her for months, and then pops back up. Not about her son, about her doing him a favor.
It gets deeper. Do me this favor. All right, cool. I do this favor. Why doing this favor? I abscond with your son's endowment check. You tell me your son and you say, hey, can you check to see if I got your endowment check? And I be like, fuck no, I ain't checking. And then I asked you to throw me a boot camp, and you was gonna throw me a boot camp.
Chose Umar over our kid, basically.
The conversation with the boot camp would have had to have come after he absconded with the endowment check.
I remember she had said that on my panel, and I had did a video about it. And it's the way she worded it, it was like he stole the check. Like she described it the way you described it, like Umar didn't want to look in
But
the
on
bag. Like the
Lennon's
way
video, she made it seem like she was busy and she misplaced it. She don't know what she did with it. She had two. So if you don't know what you did with it, how in the fuck all of a sudden Umar got two of them? If you didn't, did you ever hand them to Umar? And why would you hand Umar your son check? And why would these people hand you your son check instead of Like, well, were you supposed to present it to him? Because if you were, there's no way in hell you would have lost it because it would have been part of the presentation at the passing or whatever the fuck you said passed on.
Right.
Like the endowment check was meant to be presented as a, there you go, let's get started. And you waited till after the show to look for it?
KKC just sent me something, and I'm about to forward it to you, Trey, to your email.
Yeah, the son didn't even know an endowment check existed. Because you had it. They gave it to you.
I mean, let's just be
And how
honest
did
here.
it get in Umar
She chose
bag,
Umar
though?
over her
Like,
kid.
hold on. So wait, they gave her the check to give to her son. How would it have winded up in Umar bag in the first place?
Well, she
Unless she
claimed
put
they
it
got
there.
a check. She claimed somebody gave her a check to give to Umar as well. And said, I think that person probably would have wanted to give it to Umar personally, but okay. 2 different people gave you a check, one for your son, one for Umar. Unless you handed Umar both of them, why would y'all even be asking him to look for it?
Sound like that Shango stick made her give her both checks.
She didn't have the Shango stick yet. This was fresh out.
What it's sounding like to
you gotta
me
keep in
is
mind, this is when the endowment check and all that shit's happening. You gotta think it.
what it's sounding like to
So
me is
Umar, they
that
go pick Umar up from Nebraska and they go straight from Nebraska to the show. It ain't like no whole bunch of time in between. So they at the show and she get both of these checks. She probably known Umar 5.5, 6 hours at this time. 4 of them was in the car.
what it's sounding like to me is that either one of 2 things. Either there was no check to begin with and she made up the story, or 2, if there was a check or whatever, she in reality gave it to Umar and then didn't have a problem with that until now she's against him. So now she wants to say he stole the check that she most likely probably gave him.
Puppy, get off
That's
my
what it's
feet.
seeming like to me.
Sorry, y'all. The dog keep trying to chew on my feet. Get off of me.
But that's what it's sounding like to me to be more realistic. One or the other. Either there is no check, which matches her attitude as a liar, or in reality, she gave him the check and just now wants to say, oh, he took it. He had it in his possession. Yeah,
that's what it sounds like to me. That she gave him that check on purpose. She could have, or she could have put both checks in his bag and knew that she did that and didn't say nothing to him when he left. But then when the son asked for the money, the check, that's when she had no choice but to call Umar and ask him to check his bag. It's a couple different ways that could have happened, but I don't know. But all I know is she got handed the check first, from what y'all telling
me. Yeah, if she's handed the check first, then it's her responsibility.
Right. So Umar could have just been like, fuck it. No, I know your check ain't in there. He probably didn't even know if it was in there.
I don't think this story happened either, because it makes her look bad if, again, he took you think this nigga stole from your son, and then you was going to throw him a boot camp, but not only throw him to boot camp, you actually went out, had sex with this man, and took care of his mother, and you thought he stole from you and your son. On your first time ever meeting him, you thought he stole from you and your son, and you still fucked him.
Right, and then
you
on top of that,
one son and ignored the other one, and
you missed your autistic son's boot camp. I mean, not boot camp, IEP meeting. You know how important them IEP meetings are, just for like normal kids that got IEP.
Well, I want her to say you lied. I don't want her to say you lied
when I was in elementary school. I had IEP in elementary.
Let me correct you. I don't want her to say that she's lying on you. What she missed was a mandatory meeting because her son called a whatchamacallit. They needed to speak to a parent or a guardian adult. The IEP meeting is a phone call, so she was able to have that at Umar's table. She told us about that, but she didn't want to call it IEP meeting. She said she was just trying to get something together with the teachers, and that's a fucking IEP meeting. And she was like,
Right.
Umar wasn't even chiming in. He chimed in something that we already knew. So she had the IEP meeting at his table, but his thing was you was chasing dick. Now he called that meeting that he had because he had a disciplinary issue, an IEP, and that's not what it was. But she still was having an IEP at his table after she had sucked the dick.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Like
And I don't
those
know how
meetings are
you
very
was having
important,
an
especially
IEP at
for
his.
a
How was
child with autism.
how was she having
That's
that? She must have meant the hotel table because how would she have been at Umar's house and he getting ready, putting ties on and shit, and she having an IEP? Is this why you was watching his mama?
Mm-hmm.
wait. I'm lost now. Wait, so
Yeah,
she
because
did.
when she
So
told
she
that
did the
story, she said
meeting.
she was at Umar's table, but
So
the only time
instead
she
of
would have been at his table was at his mama's house, and she said he was getting dressed, but she also tried to make it seem like he was upset that nobody cared. He was Umar Johnson and asked for his input, even though he was getting ready. But the only time she would have been at his table was
so
to take care of his mama.
she skipped the meeting physically, but still went there on online a meeting. That's what you're saying?
No, when her son called 911, she didn't go to that meeting at all because she was in Philly. But they still needed to see
Oh,
something. Apparently, her baby daddy was the one that got custody of the son that called 911. Apparently, he was magically out of town on a trip somehow. And so they sent the son,
so they both parents was out on the trip. Oh,
according to her. Yes.
that's
But
yeah.
technically,
Who's taking care of the kids then?
had he not called 911, no harm, no foul. It just so happened he did some while she was out of town, and she sent it to Umar, and Umar was able to say, "Well, hey, you were so busy chasing my dick, you missed your son me." She could have very well been up there. I don't know what the fuck she was up there for. She could have been up there taking care of his mama. Even whatever it
Facts.
was, she was away from her goddamn family tending to this nigga.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, she chose
Lady
Umar
Luck Live.
Johnson over her family.
Lady Luck Live. What's she talking about?
Oh, it's about Mary Ann.
Ooh. Oh yeah, she said she was gonna go in on Mary Ann. Flip to that. Oh, I forgot she said that last night. Oh, I've been waiting for this all day. That's why I had my notifications on high. Ooh hoo wee. Knew that was coming. Well, why is Black Anonymous over there at Lady Luck channel, but she be over there? See, she playing both sides.
Yeah, she. I actually saw not too long
So
ago that, and I was even in a chat where Black Anonymous was telling Lady Luck, that she's not playing both sides, and that Umar's the real enemy and stuff like that.
she was in the chat talking about us, like agreeing with everything she was saying. I was
School was
shocked too
vacant
when
for
I went
4
over there
years.
and
Nobody
saw
touched
that.
it. And nobody touched it. Nobody touched it for 4
Nobody touched
years.
the trash
And
either.
now all of a sudden, issue after issue with the latest issue being the attempted arson.
The attempted arson. Was it arson or attempted arson, Umar?
That nigga lying.
Omar, you lying bastard. Was it arson or attempted arson? Why do we not have a police report on this? Y'all notice he said the smaller gym had a whole car go in it, a brand new one, a Mercedes Benz, and it was lit on fire.
Right.
Then he said with the bigger building, somebody broke in and just lit it on fire. You know
Yo,
what a
I
incident
gotta
report
step
from the
off for a
fire
second and
department show? The
make my
cause of the
kids
fire.
preach. I gotta step off for a second
Alrighty,
and make my kids preach. Y'all go ahead. Keep on going.
will do.
What started the fire? I want you all to just hear this because we're going to get into an inspection report that, shout out to KKC, he was able to get from the city going back to 2020. Okay. Just so you all can hear it from the dumb horse's jackass mouth, Omar, saying that a car went into a building and somehow there's no documentation on that at all. Wow, this is priceless. I just want y'all to hear this because it's so stupid. Omar was intentionally done. Where is the damn police report for that? Yeah, it's nowhere. Where's the fire report? Why do we not see a fire report with that? We see. So let me pause it. So I just want y'all to catch that. All right, you guys, make sure you go back and check this out. This is my video where I reacted to this 5 months ago. 5 months ago. 5 months ago. So I wanted to get that in. I wanted you all to see this. Let's go over here to. Hold on. Let me pull up the report. So now you all can kind of get an understanding of what the hell is happening here. So shout out to KKC for this. This is fantastic. He was able to do a FOIA request and get this information. And I'm going to make it big because I want you all to see this. Child. Who, Lord have mercy. So this here is the first page of the it's three pages in this document here from the city of Wilmington of a violation. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all see city of Wilmington at the top, Department of Licenses and Inspections, 800 North French Street, Wilmington, Delaware, 19801. Phone number is 302-576. 3030. If you want to call them and get any information, you can email them, get a FOIA request in. As you all can see here, responsible party. That's Douglas with 2 S's. Frederick and Garvey, RBG, International Leaders, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19804. And then, of course, the vacant property address, which is still vacant to this very day. And I have the vacant properties Excel spreadsheet from the city. Properties are still vacant, of course. I mean, you know, because they're vacant. How can anyone consider them schools? This is why we keep calling them bandos. Vacant property address is 610 East 17th Street. So there are 2 buildings, which generates 2 different parcel ID numbers, kind of like ID tag numbers for these properties. One is for 610 East 17th Street. The other one is for 611 East 17th Street. Okay. The 610 building is the bigger building. It's the one where they found the dead bird. Are y'all following me so far? Hit the 4. This is the one where you just heard Umar say someone just broke into it and lit it on fire. He said there's a smaller gym where a brand new Mercedes-Benz was driven into that, and then that was lit on fire. Because, you know, someone would be dumb enough to drive a brand new Mercedes-Benz into a building and set that on fire because reasons. A brand new Mercedes-Benz. Because for some reason he thinks that's something that normal people would do, like in their right frame of mind. Listen, I've never even came across court documents where you have some of the most extreme arsonists go out and do something like that in a brand new Mercedes-Benz. That might, you know, do that like a 1990 Toyota Camry or something. But a brand new Mercedes-Benz? Somebody finna light a brand new Mercedes-Benz on fire. Umar, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. So the vacant date you all see here is October 3rd, 2016. Then you have a bill number, an account number, a statement date, November 1st, 2025. This is last year. And due date, January 2nd of 2026. What is this referred to? This is $12,000 that is due for vacant property registration fees. This is the fees that Umar got mad at the city last year for not doing paperwork for him as if they work for his dumb ass so that he can get a waiver. Because he said that being a 501c3 allows him to get a waiver for those fees, even though he doesn't want government funding. But he wants the government to give him a waiver so that he does not have to pay these fees to the government. Do you all understand? Umar, how can you say you don't want government funding, but you want the government to waive a fee? Make it make sense? Does this make sense to anybody? You can't make this up. So he wants the government to give him a waiver for $12,000 for just one of the two bandos. But he doesn't want to take government funding. I know the truth hurts, but Umar lied to you. Either way, he wants the government to help his dumb ass out. 12 grand is what he owes. This is after, y'all, this is billed after the writ of monitions was satisfied with the court. After that, the writ of monitions was satisfied, and I'm going to tell you all the exact date. On August 21st, 2025. You all see the due date here was for January 2nd of 26, with the statement date of 11/1/2025. These fees they don't go away because Umar doesn't want to pay them. That's not how that works. So as soon as he got somebody to pay the judgment for the writ of monition, which covered two buildings, both properties, he ended up getting another bill, which goes to show he's not even staying on top of doing the paperwork to get a waiver. But he got mad at the city for not filling it out for him like they owe him that. Because he has no staff, no secretary, no admin assistant, no board, no teachers, no nothing. So in theory, he would have to do all this shit on his own. They don't owe him that. They don't have to do paperwork for him. I don't know what it is about this Umar sector thinking people are supposed to be their personal secretaries and admin assistants. That's not how the hell this works. So now he's still got a $12,000 bill for just the 610 property. And both buildings are still vacant, meaning he would have a bill for the 611 property as well. Both buildings are still vacant. So there are vacant property registration fees he has to pay on both buildings. Does that make sense? That's where we at right now. So just so you all can see, let me show you all what's in the court system from what was paid on this particular. We're only looking at this one parcel. Yeah, here it is. This is for case number N as in Nancy, 25J as in Jack, -02114. This is the writ of monition and the judgment that was rendered against FDMG, where they owed money. And as you all can see here, based on the tax parcel number ending in 028, which is the 610 East 17th Street, you all see all this money he had owed previously. Okay. The vacant registration fees was $15,500. They don't go away. He claims that he gets a waiver for that, but he didn't want to do the paperwork, to which it seems like he still didn't do the paperwork for it. He didn't get a waiver. You know why? Because the judgment was satisfied. So someone went and paid this bill. Y'all see here? Judgment satisfied. There you go. So the fact that he got another bill November 1st of 2025 for $12,000 is an indication he never did the paperwork to get a waiver. So now he owes 12 grand just on this one particular parcel ID ending in 028. Do you follow me? That's where we at right now. Who knows how much he owes on the other building? Because they're still both labeled as vacant. So August 20th, this judgment was satisfied. I've been asking for 1,000 years. Who the hell paid this judgment? Because Umar has not presented one receipt, proof of transaction, that he paid it himself. And I'm not inclined to give him that credit. I don't owe him that. Just like I don't give him credit for buying a building when he does not even have his name listed on the deed. Nor is it on the city's website. Nor has he produced any evidence to show that he used any money to purchase a damn thing. So whomever paid this judgment off, paid off the judgment to include the vacant property registration fees. So when another bill came in, he never did do the paperwork to get a waiver. Why should he if he doesn't want government funding? So now he owes 12 grand. Past due, Umar. It's past due, you Oompa Loompa. It was due January 2nd. So let me show you all the vacant registration list. I told you all we got a lot to cover. But I want to make sure I show this to you all in order so you all can see this. So as you all can see, you can go on the City of Wilmington's website, pull up their current list of vacant properties.
All right, I'm back.
And it'll either be downloaded in Excel or PDF file. I got the Excel version here. You all see 2026 vacant property list. And if you look at row 131 and 132, y'all see that there?
What I missed?
610 East 17th Street, 611 East 17th Street. And this is the Douglas, Frederick, and Garvey, blah, blah, blah.
What I missed,
These are schools still sitting on this list. And they've been vacant since October 3rd, 2016. Y'all see that here?
Trey, what I
Still
missed?
on the list.
Oh, she talking about that vacant thing?
They still there. So you got the school here, Douglas, Frederick, and Garvey, and then you got Douglas, Frederick, Garvey, RBG, International Leaders. They're both buildings still sitting on the vacant property list. So both properties are still generating those vacant property registration fees. So
that's
far,
what I was trying to explain
the one
earlier.
for 610 is $12,000. One can only presume that the one for 611 is probably around that same amount. And this is just based on the writ of monitions and the amounts for the properties that he had to pay last year from court. Because I only pulled up one case. Each parcel ID is treated as two separate cases. So for 610, it was 15,500 in the writ. Now it's 12,000 based on the statement. 611 still on here, so they have vacant property fees they have to pay for 611. So if Umar has all this money to pay Marianne $68,600, why hasn't he paid these vacant property registration fees again? That's if he gave her $68,000 damn dollars.
Oh, that's right.
Marianne, do you understand why we keep saying that he didn't give you any money? Not one coin. Because what he should be doing with the money, he's not doing with it. And he clearly did not get a waiver. And I don't know why Umar would want a waiver, seeing that it would come from a local government
entity. Can you hear
me?
Do y'all hear me?
Umar, you shouldn't want a waiver.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You heard me? Oh, my bad. Okay, I thought you couldn't hear me. But that's what I was trying to explain earlier, but I couldn't put it into her to articulate it the way they her and KKC it did. But this is what I was trying to say earlier. Them vacant fees are still adding up every day. See, when paid the last one off, that doesn't mean that it still wasn't running after he made that payment.
So
I
he
guess they
still
just
ain't
let it
paid.
build up the money.
So he still ain't paid for the waiver, but he still hadn't applied for the waiver yet.
No, he didn't ever get that waiver.
No, he
That's
didn't
what it sounds
apply
like to me. He
for it.
never really got that
Not that
waiver.
he didn't get it. He didn't apply for the motherfucker because once he paid, they said you can apply for it and get it. But you
Right.
gotta have the
And he
balance
never got
up to
around to
current.
see.
And he made it up current. I don't know how long it stayed current, but he got it current for a whatchamacallit, and I guess they rolled around on the 20th of this year.
He back up to 24,000.
He got
According to these documents, he back up to 24K.
he got it, and guess what? We're talking about it. KKC's talked about it. She's talking about it. Now the whole fuss is gonna be around. He owed 24,000. Where he gonna get the money? And boom.
Right. Right. Same thing all the time.
I do
Yep.
content, G. I do content. He's a content creator as
Look, man, I'm
well.
still learning the game. That's why I follow Trip C's lead because y'all been in the game longer than me. I'm still learning.
At the end of the day, Umar's a damn content creator too. He be on IG. He creates content.
Pretty much. I mean, without the internet, who would Umar be?
He
Without
said about
hidden
a lot
colors.
of goddamn people. You can say that about 95% of the population now, or 95% of the
Right.
famous people in the past 20 years.
Not, but now you can't say that because without the internet, niggas got jobs. Niggas can go get a job. That nigga ain't getting no job.
But he
Internet
had
dropped. It's
one.
over.
But he had one before the internet. He got degrees.
He got fired for not having his license to practice,
So he
and
still
he
got degrees.
misdiagnosed a kid. He
That doesn't mean
misdiagnosed
he
a
can't.
kid.
That doesn't mean he can't get a job because without the internet, then he never would have been Umar Johnson and he could go work anywhere. He wouldn't have been that polarizing figure.
I don't think if you get escorted off the a campus by the police for something like that, I don't think you get no jobs nowhere else in that field. At least not in that field.
You said he can't get a
Schools don't
job.
play that shit.
You said he can't get a job. He can still work at
Oh yeah,
Amazon. He can work at
yeah, motherfuckers
FedEx.
go to Amazon, Burger King,
He can work.
McDonald's, shit
He
like
can
that.
have
Warehouses.
friends. They got private schools. He can work at. He could have a job though. That's what he would do without the internet. But it's like, but I said, it's a whole bunch of people. You
Agree
could
to
say that,
disagree on
like,
that one.
What would Mr. Beast be without the internet? Nothing. What would Tasha K be without the internet? A server.
That nigga damn
What
near
would
a
Logan
billionaire
Paul and
now
Jake
too.
Paul be without the internet? You can say that about a lot of. That's why I said over the last 20 years, most of the famous people we know came from the internet.
Right, I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Beast, he damn near a billionaire off this shit, ain't he?
If not more.
Tyson not. I think they didn't clone that little
Yeah.
motherfucker. He ain't
I
been the
forgot
same since
about
he got
them.
back from New York.
Drewski, had Country Wayne, fucking what's the DC Young Fly out of mother man. We got so many we just know from the internet.
Just hilarious. Funny Mike,
Internet.
all them niggas. And I was gonna start off doing skits too. Well, I did. I was doing skits in the beginning, but that wasn't my whole shtick. I was just doing skits to make fun of young Pharaoh. But I was gonna start off like just doing like normal skits. And then I just said, you know what? The reaction is a lot easier. I got tired of editing videos, and I gotta get my a better computer to do better editing.
Folks
All my
told me
other
to do
ones is edited
skits. I
off my
was like, I
phone.
don't got time for this shit. I don't have time to write that shit down.
I
Nope.
don't write my skits. I freestyle. I come up with an idea and freestyle it.
I ain't got time to do that.
It's easy for me. I don't know why. I think of the idea and then I'll just think about what I want to say. I freestyle. Like when I was rapping, I never wrote anything down. I listen to the beat and memorize a verse in my head and then go in there and lay it down. I never wrote shit. Well, in the beginning I did, like when I was a young boy. But once I got to like high school and up, I didn't write nothing down.
So
I
y'all
got
see
some shit
here,
on SoundCloud.
these two properties are still vacant. They're not schools. Nothing happening with them. Funny how that works, huh? People lie like hell. Something else. We might not serious about a damn thing. Y'all with me so far? Because I just want to make sure we going through this. Now I'm taking y'all bit by bit with me. So let's get back to the document from KKC of this violation. So as you all can see here,
dragging Mary in.
This is the 610 East 17th Street, $12,000 he owes. And I'm sure that the other property has fees that are due as well. More than likely billed on the same date because they're both the same, under the same FDMG LLC. And so the registration fees will come due for both properties at the same time. So here it is right here, Umar. Why haven't you paid this bill? KKC just got these documents yesterday. So they're past due. We're in March. But he had $68,600 to give to Marianne. Yeah, okay. So let's get to the next statement. Now that we all know how he's still having to pay these vacant property registration fees because they're still vacant properties. They're not schools. This is a violation. And as you all can see here from the city of Wilmington, the responsible party being the school listed. And then you have the certificate number. What you see also is a violation number. Violation number is basically like any other citation number. If you got a parking ticket, you will have a citation number on that parking ticket. Then you have the parcel number ending in 028 over here for that 610 East 17th Street property. That is the bigger building. 610 property building equals the one with the dead bird found in the gym. Umar knew it was dead, and he knew it was black mold in there too, because we watched the camera footage of him acknowledging black mold inside that gym where a dead bird was found because it was so gross. So that's the 028 parcel ID number. Then you have the inspector was Nolan Michaels. The date inspected was June 27, 2020. Y'all see that there? Once again, you have the premise in violation, meaning that this is the address for that bando that was in violation. That's the 610 property. Right? They didn't have any occupants or anything because it's still vacant. So as we see here, it reads on the above date, the Department of Licenses and Inspections performed an inspection of the reference property. During the inspection, violations of the Wilmington City Code and or the International Code Council were discovered. The violations described below must be repaired within the time period noted. Within the time period noted. So they would have until November 16, 2020 to become compliant. Typically, you get, I think, 60 to 90 days to come into compliance. Depending on the severity of the infraction or the type of violation itself, you may not have that much time. So we'll go over this table in a second, but the time frame is listed below that you would have based on the violation to have this addressed. Does that make sense? When the repairs, okay, hold on, let me go back up. Please be advised that a building permit may be required for certain repairs, additions, alterations, or replacements to the structure. Please contact the Department of Licenses and Inspections for further information on permitting requirements and to make application for a building permit. When the repairs are complete, please contact the inspector to schedule an inspection. So once the repairs were to be done based on the violations noted below, then they would have to come out and do another inspection. That inspection would be to see if you've come into compliance. What you should not see, anything indicating that they're in compliance on the actual violation. When you get a ticket for speeding, it's not going to reflect that you've paid the ticket or you went to court, because that's just simply the actual citation itself. Do y'all understand? I don't expect to see anything saying this is in compliance. What you're seeing here is the date you have to become compliant. Because you can't be in compliance on the violation. I know this might seem a little confusing, but you can't say that you're in compliance on the actual violation citation itself. That would be noted in a separate inspection report, because you got to go back out to see if they came into compliance. And what I have not seen, I don't know if KKC has been able to pull that, or anyone has been able to pull a final inspection based on the violations noted to see if there was ever any repairs, anything done to come into compliance. Getting a permit is not the same thing as the inspection report. Y'all follow me? Hit the phone.
Yeah, we follow you.
We want to make sure we all on one accord. What's going on, y'all? So I'm trying to see y'all's comments right quick. I don't know why it's taking so long. What's going on, Stork? Umar's completely supported by the white man's government. Yeah, he wants a waiver for this.
Right.
And it's like, dude, no, you don't take government funding, remember? Why you want a waiver?
But that's the way he describes it, though.
Don't expect him to give
when
you
it
a waiver,
comes to the renovations, and when
Not
it comes
necessary.
to all the other stuff,
I mean,
he say it's the white folks that's helping.
Yeah, and he said wipe it off. That's what he said, y'all. He was told it was black mold inside the bigger building in the gym. We watched one of the throwbacks, and that's when he noted that a lady found a dead bird, and they thought a bunch of bleach and Fabuloso was just gonna clean that up. That's not how that works, but whatever. And he was told about black mold inside of the gym, and he was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna wipe that off." That was his response to black mold, because he didn't take time to Google anything like that. He was too busy trying to be live stream talking about cookies and peach cobbler and dumb shit. That's what his mind was on food. Plus, they had food in the gym. Can you believe it? Yeah, I could have sworn I saw Popeye's chicken in there. That's where we at. Yeah, this is crazy. This is something else. It's something else. Shout out to all of you all coming in. Let's get back to it, y'all. Because I want to get through this first before we get back to the videos. So, oh Lord have mercy. Hold on. Let me get back to the document. All right. So once you get all the things done, you got to contact the inspector to come back out to do another inspection. That would have had to been scheduled. That is something that we should be able to see on the website for the city of Wilmington. At least an inspection scheduled. Okay. Now, whether you can get the inspection report online, I don't know. This is a violation. So I haven't seen this readily available online.
And the violation comes from the fire.
Did state that he had to do a foyer for this. I don't know how much he paid. Make sure you guys go show him some love. And I even asked him how much, did it cost. I'm willing to give him a blessing for this, because this is absolutely awesome for him to get this.
I don't think he paid for it. I think he just got an email from
once the department has confirmed that the required repairs have been made, the matter may be closed. If you require additional time to complete the repairs, you may request an extension in writing from the inspector prior to the expiration of the time period, stating why the repairs cannot be completed within the time period allowed. If you fail to make the repairs within the stated time period, a criminal summons will be issued, and you may be subject to a fine. You may be subject to criminal fines weekly until the violations are repaired. The reason why they do the criminal summons is because they want to enforce the fines. And if you do not enforce the fines, that is an actionable charge that can be filed against you in the court of law, meaning they can charge you for failing to get the repairs done. And if anything happens, then you're held liable criminally. Then
now, what most people don't know, and I didn't know this until earlier. Well, I didn't know it, but I forgot all about it. He had a fire in the building, He had a fire in the building, so who the fuck is calling me? I don't know this number. He had a fire in the building, so a lot of people didn't know about this, and I didn't know about it. I think I previously knew about it, but probably forgot about it. But all these violations come from the fire that was in the building, and he I guess he probably just thought that he can sweep it over under the rug. But you can go ahead, Troy.
Then they can step it up. You'll end up, being charged and then have a court
Trey
hearing
taking
and
the
all of that,
hold.
and possibly even face more fines and jail time. Initially, they typically start with fines, especially if it's not like a repeated offense sort of thing. You're not just
This
infamous for
doo-doo man
failing
calling.
to adhere to these city
Oh, the
code
black mold dookie juice guy? That's what you say
violations
calling?
and fail to address them repeatedly. Sort of
Blocked.
like what we read about with Marianne Lawrence.
They call him the black mold dookie juice ninja turtle. Oh, I'm still in that T-Bone. I'm still in that. But he blocked from my phone. He can't call me no more. I should. How can you block somebody from emailing you too?
Yep, it's possible.
I gotta figure out how to do that because I should have did that too. I forgot he had my email. I know his real name too. Ooh, I know his real name too.
Lorient's father. He just ignored him. But I don't see any information showing that this was a repeat pattern of behavior with FDMG. So more than likely, he would have been fined first, but it would have been a criminal summons because they want to enforce it. All right. So should you have any questions or to request a meeting with the inspector or to schedule an inspection of the completed repairs, please contact the inspector at the email address or telephone number listed above. And that would have
Oh, it's
been
Mo. It's Mo.
to Nolan Michaels.
Okay, Mo.
Okay. So more than
Uncle
likely,
Mo,
unless
what's up with
something's
you?
wrong with Nolan Michaels, he would have been the same person to go back out, do the inspection again, because these cases are assigned to these inspectors and they typically work them from start to finish. So what we see here now is the table with the descriptions for all of the violations here. You have the sections or the citation code, and then you have the days, compliance dates, and location. So for each of the descriptions here, you see as a result of the violations listed below, the structure is deemed unsafe. Violation must be corrected within the time period noted or the dwelling vacated. These properties are still vacated, y'all. They're still vacant. No one's been in them. They haven't put any kids in them. Thank God. They have not opened the door saying, "Oh, school's open." No, they're vacant. Then you have the section here, day 0, compliant, and then compliance date by November 16, 2020. Location, and this is for room. RM is room, FLR is floor. Does that make sense? So room is like the general interior room. And then you have requires that no owner here for the second description or operator shall let to any person for human habitation, and no person shall occupy any dwelling or dwelling unit which has been condemned and placarded. And then you have the section here, and then you have the days, compliance date of November 16th. I think the compliance date is the same for all except the one at the bottom. And then, of course, the room is just in general interior. All of them are just general interior room. There weren't any floors or anything. For that building, I think it's 1 floor. And then you have unsafe structure, responsibility of owner, repair/replace fire, smoke, and water damage. Then you have restore electrical service, restore natural gas service, and this compliance date at the bottom is November 9, 2020. So
He
once
breaking this
again,
shit down like a
I have not
motherfucker.
seen an inspection,
Then
a
luck don't
final
play.
inspection on file with the city's website where these issues, these violations were addressed. What I have seen is a permit.
Pause it real quick.
Okay. A permit does not mean that the work was done
Right.
or completed.
Pause it. Yeah. From what KKC concluded is that he actually did see to it that these violations were taken care of. But like Lady Luck says, and I don't know which person is more knowledgeable when it comes to this shit. But Lady Luck saying that she only seen permits, and the way she's describing it to me, it sounds like just because he had those permits don't mean like the shit was completed, or am I hearing it wrong? But I don't know, man. I don't know. Hold on, let me read some of these comments. Assuming Delaware functions like a non-corporate entity, Ninja Turtle is the main one. I think that part of Delaware corruption is not clear. I don't think they are corrupted out in Wilmington, Delaware. I used to live out there, and they are not corrupted. I mean, don't get me wrong. Delaware, Delaware niggas go hard out in Wilmington. Before Philly had the highest murder rate, it was Wilmington, Delaware. It was Wilmington, Delaware that had that shit. This was like 10 years ago, maybe a little longer. I remember Wilmington, Delaware had the highest murder rate in the whole fucking country. And then right after that, Philly had it for like a year or two. Said I was running around with my daughter. Yeah, soccer. Oh, okay. That's what's up. And karate. Yeah, I'm about to put my son in wrestling and karate. Google the Delaware medical examiner that stole all the drugs and walked for free. Damn. Yeah, he must have had a lot of them in his pocket. I ain't saying that there ain't no corruption, but like the whole system, I don't believe it is. I've never heard that much corruption, but shit, I ain't lived out there in like 15 years. And I was like young, like 13, 14. Our system in Delaware is not up to date. They have a lot of FOIA. Them. Okay. Oh, so you in Delaware? I lived in Wilmington and Claymont, right behind the McDonald's in the Dairy Queen in Claymont. And my uncle went to Brandywine High School. I didn't go to school out there though. My mom would drive me back to PA every morning. Well, my grandma would drive me back to PA every morning to go to school. Back I stay in school out here because she had to come out here anyway. So I stayed in school out here, but I would live out there with her. But my uncle went to Brandywine. I lived out in Claymont. We was in Dover for like 2 months. She ain't like it there, and then we bounced. She ain't really like the neighborhood there. But yeah, I lived out in Delaware. Says money laundering. Yeah, okay. I mean, it could be corrupt out here. It could be corrupt out there. Like I said, I ain't been out there since I was like fucking 12, 13. But go ahead, Trey.
What's throwing some of us off is the word here that either it must be corrected within the time period or the dwelling vacated. And I think because they're still vacant,
have my chat window open. Lady Luck.
They may have been gutted out and cleaned, but they gave the option to have them vacated. So as long as no one's going in them, then the need for just renovated repairs and upgrades and all of that is not necessarily mandatory. It would only be if they plan on putting kids in these buildings. And you all heard from Umar that the smaller gym had a brand new Mercedes Benz driven into the gym.
Real quick, Trey.
Y'all.
That's why I fuck with our little kind of circle that we got here, Like if one of us is live at the same time as another, either one is about to end or the chat gets split. But it's enough for everybody to get, you know, their views. That's why I like this little circle thing we got going on here. We call it the Marianne section. We named it the Marianne section last night. We just started a whole sector for Marianne, but it seems like our viewers, our audience, know how to move, and they move in a certain way to where they give everybody their views, and that's what's up, yo. I appreciate that. You go ahead, Trey.
A brand new Mercedes-Benz drove into the smaller gym and it was lit on fire. So why aren't we seeing this for the other property?
What?
I don't know.
A
You would
brand
think
new
both
Mercedes. That's how
properties
it
would
was.
have
That's
had
what
these
happened.
inspections done, right?
Somebody
Let Umar
drove a
tell it.
Benz into the joint.
Both properties have been lit on fire in two different ways. Neither of them were
Both
insured, though. Funny how that works.
I'm surprised he
But
ain't blaming it on the white man.
vacant property registration fees to be waived by a local
Right,
government.
Uncle Mo. Definitely look out for each other.
Make
We
that
all
make sense?
promote each other. That's what it. That's the way it's
No, this
supposed to
to
be.
be funded by black people only and no government funded. That means you don't get any government waivers either. Because all that is just saying you don't have to pay it. No, go ahead and pay it, Umar. You got it. You won't tell anybody what the else you're doing with donation money. You could at least be doing what the money is supposed to be used for, and that's to fix up these bandos and turn them into schools, even though they're still sitting on a vacant property list, not being used at all for anything. You can't make this up. And I implore you all to go on the city of Wilmington's website and go see for yourselves. It's still there. So as you all can see here, here's the table. And let's go to the last page here. Oh, the KKC.
I'm waiting for her to start
King
dragging
Kong crazy
Marianne.
artist.
That's what I'm here for. I already know all this.
A written petition setting forth the principal points upon which the appeal is made, specific reference to the provision of the applicable code sections upon which the appeal is based, the names and addresses of the owners of all other properties affected by the appeal. 2, an administrative filing fee of $50. If your appeal is successful, the fee will be refunded to you. So if he wants to appeal this, he could have. I didn't see anything indicating an appeal was done. So, like I said,
See?
the
This is why
lingo that
I'm
they
confused.
use is get the repairs.
This is where I'm confused at because KKC said he got the repairs or whatever violations that's on here from the fires. I didn't know there was two different fires from two different things. Somebody ran a brand new Mercedes Benz into that motherfucker. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't it was Mary. Let me find out Marianne drove a Benz into the motherfucking side of the building and lit it on fire. That'd be the funniest shit ever. But this is where I get confused though, because KKC said he got all the renovations done, but LLC is saying that she doesn't see anywhere where these violations were fixed or completed. So they got to get together and figure that out.
That would still be active in the system. Like KKC has them printed out. That's what he needed to fix, or he was gonna have things against him where there are no judgments or summons against him for it.
Okay.
This indicates they're up to code.
Okay. All right. Okay, I get it now. See, I'm not gonna act like I'm a genius in all this legal shit.
Vacated.
You go ahead, play.
And they've been vacant. So that's that. Now, like I said, he's not going to open the bigger building.
We're
gonna go back to the video where he says that. I just wanted to get the fire thing out of the way. All right, and then here's where you should, send the appeals.
Hey, Dr. NeNe need to do a video
of
for that.
a hearing will be scheduled before the board. Since there has been no evidence of a hearing before any board with the License and Inspections Review Board, I'm just going to assume that he did not appeal this. But if you all come across something, by all means, let me know, and I will be on the lookout for it. At this hearing, you may introduce evidence and witnesses to support your appeal. An attorney may represent you, or you may choose to represent your appeal on your own. The board has the authority to affirm, modify, reverse, vacate, or revoke the action for which the appeal is being made. Written notice of the board's decision will follow the hearing. The board shall hear and decide appeals in accordance within its rules, regulations, and procedures by order of the Department of Licenses and Inspections. Sincerely, Michael A. Boykin, Commissioner, Department of Licenses and Inspections. There you go.
Michael A. Boykin.
Y'all, that's the full letter. Shout out to
That
KKC.
nigga named Michael A. Boykin.
Ayo. Let's get some
I know he
supers
got
here right
used in high
quick.
school.
Make sure you guys are hitting that like button as you come in. Can you all see in here?
That nigga last name is Boykin.
Just want to make sure y'all can see in here.
Did he say that on what's that movie called Road Trip? Dude, a
What's going
boinker.
on? Y'all hit the 4 if you can see in here. I just want to make sure y'all good. Peace,
When he
peace.
knocked off
What's
the big
going
John
on,
with the
Receipt
big panties.
KKC? How you doing? What's happening? Y'all hit that like button. Shout out to you for getting this FOIA request completed. I see Enterprise up in the chat. How you doing?
He said pause.
What's going on? Enterprise up in here, y'all.
Wait, how is that a pause? I said no. Mo said pause, but now I'm pausing. How's that a pause? I said I know he got teased in high school, but you remember the movie Road Trip where the dude knocked off the big John with the big panties, the skinny bull from what's that movie called? The New Guy, Skinny Bull. He was like, dude, I boinked her. Y'all remember that? He pulled out the big ass panties that was the size of the goddamn seats on the school bus. He said, dude, I boinked her. Dude, last name is Boinking. He said, pause. Oh, Lord. Okamoto let shit slide. Oh, his last
Hope
name.
everybody is
Oh,
well.
Paul
Shout out
Little's
to you.
last
Okay,
name.
cool. Just want to make sure we all up in here. User 225 sent the 199 super. Who founded Apple? Answer Steve Jobs. Well done. Well done. Umar,
Yeah,
you
rest
might
of
want
the
to get
chat
one
is
of those.
popping.
It's called a job. You'll need to do a resume and application. Because the rate that this is going, yeah, if you're not even trying to keep up with documentation to get a fee waiver, you got to pay
That's
the
what's
money.
up. I'm glad she
And
gets
you
some
should
love
want
over
to
there.
pay the
She
money,
deserves
Umar.
it.
I thought you didn't want the government's help. Now you an EBT, Umar? Because, your people keep calling everybody else that. Oh, I love rubbing stuff in their face. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Shout out to you. Thank you for the 199 super.
When you gonna go in on Marianne?
We got another from Miss Independent. 199 super. Liar, liar. Daishiki on fire. Shout out to you. We got the Doe Eyes TV $10 super. Towards rent. Just kidding, blessings. Listen here.
Hey, look, that all
Marianne,
go into the
I
pot.
told you. You had the right one on the wrong day, girl. Shout out.
That all
Shout
go
out to
into
you,
the
and it will
pot.
go towards my rent. Thank you.
It definitely will. That
What a
all go into
blessing.
the
Thank you
pot.
so much. I appreciate you. Enterprise, what's going on? The $2 super, what's going on? What up, sis? I'm in here. LOL, hashtag, where's the school? Where's the school, Umar? Because so far, there's still vacant properties.
That all goes
Well,
right
I'm
into
loving
that
this
pot.
today. So, thank y'all so much for the supers. I appreciate it. Y'all, Jada Informant is up in here. KKC is up in here. If I can get the mods to drop YouTube channel links, Enterprise is up in here. Let's see. Who else? Any other content creators up in here? S-Files, if you're here, drop your channel links. RTs, drop your
Trey.
channel links in the chat.
Hey, I'm about to put my backup channel into the to the chat. I need y'all all to jump over there and subscribe. We trying to monetize that backup channel. I think we need like 3 something to monetize this channel, this backup channel. It's Rim Rum TV2. Hold on, but I'm about to put the link in the chat. I need y'all to go to over there and subscribe. We trying to get this channel monetized. Cause you know we got Black Mold Dookie Juice dude trying to get my channel taken down. So, you know, I need y'all to go over there, subscribe. We trying to get that backup channel monetized. So if y'all want to support Rim, go hit the link to the backup channel. Go over there, subscribe real quick, and come on back. Appreciate it. You go ahead, Trey. Trey
Let's
over
get you
there
some
texting his
support.
hoes.
That's what YouTube community should be about, supporting each other and uplifting each other. So KKCJ, the Informant, Enterprise Entertainment, S-Files, RTs, all the great content creators. If you're mods, drop your YouTube channel link. You don't even have to
Appreciate
ask.
it.
All right.
Black.
Just drop your channel links, drop your video links, things you want people to see and check out. Feel free to drop it in the chat.
Appreciate
Y'all
it,
don't ever
Jessica.
have to ask. I appreciate you all so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We got more to cover. Miss Congo with the $2 super
you a little
powerful.
late. Not gonna lie, you a lot late.
Thank you so much, y'all. Let's get to this. Let's see. I want to just bring you all attention to the actual. Oh,
Appreciate
where is
it,
Where is
Honeycut.
The deed. Just to refresh you all's memory and Umar's, because Umar, you forget to have the copy of the deed. Shout out to Lennon Honor. Sent me a copy of the deeds over here. Now, here's why I keep saying, how does Umar own
they got
anything?
the deeds in the house?
Because Umar, your name will be somewhere on this. You don't even have proof that you are a registered agent of the LLC or FDMG.
Hey, Trey. Mind Chaos Brew just went live, and she titled it "The Lies of Lene Stacks." I think I want to see what's going on. I definitely want to see what the fuck is going on over there. She probably going off. Matter of fact, we can. I know that's what I just said. I just saw her go live. Because that's too much division of the chat. I think we can stop this right here, and then everybody either head over to LLC or Mind Chaos Brew. Because we've been going almost 3 hours. Unless you want to sit and listen, Trey. What y'all want to do?
I gotta get ready to get my daughter her medicine and stuff anyway.
Right. And I gotta go put these kids to bed anyway. I need something to listen to. So, all right, y'all. We gonna get on out of here. Go over to either you can either go over to Mind Chaos Brew and watch her cook Lene, or you can go LLC and watch her cook Umar and Marianne. Either way, it's some content right now from our little sector over here. We keep the content coming, no matter what.
Man, it's going crazy right now, son.
Right. You're relentless. We keep our foot on their necks. But let us get on out of here, y'all. We don't need for no outro. Appreciate you, Trey, for stepping up and coming to play the video for me, man. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna get my mouth shut. My car fucked up. Somebody hit somebody. I live next to a bar. Somebody hit the fucking front of my car. So I haven't been able to get anywhere. Motherfuckers hit my car. Son of bitches. But a parked car. How drunk you gotta be to hit a parked car? Trash.
But when I had situations like that, it was insurance fraud. So
yeah. Oh shit! I forgot I could go through. No, I have to go down to the bar and try to find it. It's too much. But we're gonna get on out of here, y'all. See y'all when we see y'all. Until